Greetings, divinity. How are you? How are you? Welcome to Spiritual Empower Hour with me, Nahkila Isha of Ashworth Scott Life Sculpting. I am a psychic life coach and a divine interpreter here to assist you with elevating to your next level of greatness. And how do you do that? Through your healing and through learning how to surrender and live a 100% spirit led life. So I am so grateful that you're here. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from and how you're feeling today. How are you doing? How are you doing? How you feeling? How you living? Okay, so let's see. I hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the message. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Let's see what Master Spirit has for us today. Highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, ascended masters, and helpful companions, all of highest light and love. Thank you for using me as a vessel of highest light and love to deliver messages that are rooted in highest light, love, and truth. Hey, Mom, how are you? Well, why did I ask you how you doing from the bottom? Because I know how you doing. We already talked. We done talked today. Mom, will you go ahead and give the video a thumbs up? Because you know it's going to be good. Love you. Okay, let's see. Oh, Taylor's calling me back. I'm going to answer real quick. Hey, Tay, guess what? I'm back at home and I am working. See, I'm live. So, but I left you a voice recording. So, can you listen to it? And then, if you'd like to call me later on this evening when you make it home, you can, or tomorrow, whichever one works for you, okay?
Okay, I'm actually on my way to swim lesson.
Oh, I like your bathing suit.
Like, this isn't my bathing suit, this is my coverall.
Oh, well, it's cute. It's really pretty colors. So, yeah, so I'm actually live right now. So, they can't see you, but they can hear you. Would you like to say hi?
Yeah.
Go ahead, they can hear you.
Hi.
Okay, well, I love you. Have fun at swim lessons, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
That was my niece. Okay, so let's get back into the message and see. Okay, now the card that's placed down there, and I'm being guided that these aren't in reverse. These are actually upright. The first one that was pulled in reverse is, and take which one? The one from the top and bottom from that? Okay. And are these in reverse? Okay. Oh, wow. And I like how these came in together. I'll show you in a minute, okay? She sounds so cute, huh? Okay, so the first card we got is Building Your World, and it says Creation, Expansion, Networking. Building Your World. And I'm being guided to point out the picture, to have you actually look at the picture and just kind of look how she is in nature. And it's like nature is bringing her shelter. So, for some of you, you may find it helpful to meditate in nature, lean up against a tree, and have your feet, your legs, whatever, on the earth and just allow yourself to connect to Mother Earth. And as you're meditating, be setting an intention to literally receive guidance on how to build the world that you're choosing to exist in. And then also, as you're connecting and you're in this meditation, set the intention to allow whatever is blocking you from creating the life that you're choosing to live to be released into Mother Earth. And you notice how the tree is really, really big, because when you are in nature, trees can take on things that you're choosing to release. But if you can wrap your arms around that tree. That means that that tree is not large enough to take any of your release. But if it's a tree and you can't wrap your arms around it, you can hug that tree and just release away. I used to keep like cornmeal and just, nuts in my car, because after utilizing the support of nature, I would just leave an offering of gratitude. So that may be something for you to do. If you don't leave it in your car, just take it with you when you know you're going to do that. But it's all about you getting out there, right? Getting out there is symbolizing getting out in nature, but also getting out there with people. Start expanding your network so that you're able to build and create the legacy, whatever that is for you. Your legacy can be how you simply live your life. Your legacy can be how you serve others. Your legacy can be a multitude of things. But if you're stuck inside, right, or you're stuck only connecting with and communicating with your familiar group of people or persons, then you're not going to be able to expand your network. And Spirit is advising that you do that, because there's a big old world out there waiting for you to live in it, waiting for you to experience it, and waiting for you to contribute to it. Okay, so that's what that card is telling us. Who else is on with this? Let me know. Leave a comment. Where are you watching from? Okay. Oh, y'all. So I'm gonna tell you something. These two cards here and the two last cards, they're very similar in message. And so, anyways, it says River of Blessings, releasing constraints. And this is all about you, right? This is all about you. What constraints have you placed on yourself? What constraints have you placed on yourself? My mom and I, we were talking today, right? And my mom came over to help me measure my waist, because I was ordering something, and they tell you the size, and my waist has gotten a little bit smaller. I'm glad to say my waist, was it 32 or 33? Can't remember. 33, I think. But anyways, that's bigger than it used to be, but a whole lot smaller than it's been in my recent years living, my older life. But anyway, so I was happy about it. But we were talking, and my mom had concluded that she was going to be free and just live her life according to her own standards, right? And she wasn't going to worry about what anyone thinks, what anyone feels. And I've shared with you guys, the first time I reached that level of giving 0 Fs was when I went to the store. I had on a sweatsuit and I didn't put on no bra. And my mom was like, "You're not gonna wear no bra?" I was like, "Mama, I don't feel like it. I'm going to the store and I'm coming home. If I were to put on a bra right now, it wouldn't be because I feel like it. It would be because I'm worried about what people gonna think, right?" And that was huge, because we were raised, when you go out, you have on your bra, very well put together. So that was my first recognition of that. But what was coming in is, how sometimes like you may receive, oh, when you're over 40 or you're over this, you don't wear this, or when you don't wear white after, like, you don't wear blue and black, like all these. Who says, right? So you're being encouraged to stop putting restrictions on yourself. Now, when we talk about that building your world and the steps that you're being guided to take to build your world, what Spirit is saying is this is what's coming for you. But it's about you recognize, how are you blocking your own blessings? And not only is it this is what's coming for you, right? This is what is yours. But it's not just enough to say, I'm choosing X, Y, and Z. It's about figuring out, understanding what's blocking you. And lately, we've been doing a lot of getting in touch with parts in the Activating You mentorship, right? Our soul family has been working a lot with the different parts of us. We have one sister in our soul family where literally her 7-year-old self had been present, and they were doing healing work together. And when her 7-year-old self had reached the point of where they were grown up into the state of healthy existing, they introduced her to her next age self, right? That was next. It was a few years older, but really just understanding when you are restricting yourself, or when you are in doubt, or when you are in fear, or even when you're stressed out or sad, what part of you is showing up? Oftentimes, we're just in a hurry to rush past the emotion, but we don't take a time out to investigate why is the emotion there, and what part of us is present at that time. And not only what part is present, but what does that part require? So I encourage you to really start paying attention, right? We've been talking about how important feeling is, like you being able to feel, how important that is for a long time now on Spiritual Empower Hour. And one of the things that I'm being guided to tell you is to really start paying attention to what you feel. I was in a consultation yesterday, and I had our sister who was in the consultation with me literally get up and go and see like what each room felt like, what energy she felt in each room. When she got to a certain point, I felt a really strong emotion, and she did too, right? But in her day-to-day life, she didn't notice that because oftentimes we're not pausing and taking the time out to really feel, right? So one of the things, and I believe we talked about this last Empower Hour as well, but this is something that's been a continuous thing that Spirit's been recommending, is every day when you get up, ask yourself, how do you feel today? And give yourself enough time in the morning to actually process how you feel, receive how you feel, and do whatever is required for you to either elevate that feeling if it's great, or shift that feeling if it's not so great, right? But this is what's coming for you. Hey, 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 somebody else is on. Hey, Anitra. Thank you for being here. My mom said I woke up this morning knowing that it's time for me to get out and start living my life. Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, because that is you. You definitely did. I was like, where are you going? And you were like, I just feel like living. So it's good. Now we have calming the waters. Oh, look at this. Look at this. And it says peaceful self regulation. So the reason why I said look at this is because as soon as I read calming the waters, Spirit was saying it's related to the message that just came through, right? It's related to that, getting out in the world. And as I'm saying, getting out in the world, that calming the waters, sometimes you may have anxiety, social anxiety. You may have fears because maybe you're a homebody like me naturally, and you don't really kick it that much no more, right? Because I don't really be kicking it that much no more. And so maybe you just, when you get out, there's all these feelings. Well, just breathe, right? Remind yourself why you're doing it. And you may have your own specific reasons, but one reason that we've all received today is that Spirit guided us to, right? So just breathe, take some breaths, and really just be present. Be present. How often are you present, right? Not just like, okay, I'm going to Costco. Focus on Costco, paying attention to the red and green lights and maybe the yellow ones too, right? But how often are you really just breathing in, slowing down your pace of breathing so you're not breathing shallow in that constant state of anxiety, but slowing down and really just recognizing the beauty of what's around you, right? The beauty of what's around you, like every moment of life. How often are you really just in that state of gratitude, that state of peace, that state of joy? I wake up, and I noticed this yesterday and the day before. I wake up and I am so happy. Like I literally wake up and I just feel overjoyed and grateful, right? I feel so happy and grateful because life has aligned, and I am literally living the life that I've manifested, right? Of course there's more things that I'm creating, but as far as the feeling, right? Because remember, we're not so focused on the things, right? The things, they come, and those things are good, but things, that's not deep abundance, right? I mean the feeling when I was miserable and I was tired of being on this earth. And I started to ask Spirit, what was my purpose? What was my calling? Because I knew there was more to life than suffering. I mean, that feeling that I was choosing, that feeling that I knew existed, but I hadn't received it. I've never been this happy. Even in moments when I wasn't miserable, I've never been this at peace. I've never been this aligned. And it comes from being Spirit led. 100% in life, right? So I encourage you to do that. Calm the waters, and calming of the waters. Did I show you the card? Calming of the waters, it also allows you to be able to receive. Because when you're in that calm space and you're in that space of gratitude, you're more open. You're not doubting the fact that, number one, you can receive. You're not doubting the fact that you're worthy of receiving. And when I'm speaking of receiving, I mean spirit, right? I don't mean things. We're not focused on things. Things will come. I mean spirit. When you're calm and you're still, right? And here's something else I like to share with you. Because it came up yesterday in this consultation, and it's something that I've shared. It happened to me a while ago, right? At first, when I was meditating, I got to the point where I had mastered my mindset, right? Being able, master my mindset, master my monkey mind, being able to just be still, quiet, silence, in that void space, right? And it would feel so good. And so there came a point where my mind just wouldn't shut off. I would be in a sacred bath. I would be laying in bed. I could be out in nature. And I'm like, what in the world? Right. And one day, Spirit was like, stop fighting it. Just flow with it. Right. Flow with it. As soon as I flowed with it, I realized it wasn't that my mind was going all over the place. Spirit was attempting to speak to me in that space. Right. And so it's like, okay, because remember, prayer and meditation go hand in hand. Prayer is when we're talking to God, and meditation is God's opportunity to talk to us. So I had gotten to that point of being so comfortable in the still that when spirit started to like really speak, Spirit speaks all day to me, right? Guiding me if I have a question, if I'm about to do something, right? But no, I mean, like, were we about to get the plan? Like, okay, this is what you're gonna do, and this is what you're gonna do, this was required, this how you gonna do it, right? Like that plan, that let me lay it out for you, make it plain type conversation, right? And so I realized that when we are in this shift of our journey, changing from one state to another, we're being called not to fight against it. We're being called to allow it to flow, right? So when you're experiencing something, don't judge it, just go with it and pay attention to how you feel as you're going with it. And then if you have a question, just ask Spirit, okay, does it serve my highest good to be going with this? Or does it serve my highest good to be doing something else? Spirit will tell you. Spirit will tell you. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. Y'all ain't saying nothing. That's okay though. We have spiritual support. It says, Dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. Look at that. I love how these are two different decks, y'all. And I just love how the messages are super aligned. Super aligned. So this came up too in the consultation about letting it be known that you are choosing to allow your divine spirit team of highest light and love to assist you, right? Because they respect free will. And that's just like, if you tell me you're not feeling well, I'm not just going to be like, oh, let me send some healing after we get off the phone or after we get out of a session, or I'm going to ask your permission, right? Even though we look at sending healing as being a positive, beautiful thing, right? We still respect free will, and so does spirit of highest light and love. So if you are still doing all the heavy lifting and you're still figuring it out and you're still creating plans and you're still doing all the stuff that you're used to doing, you don't have to anymore. But they're waiting for you to say, hey, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for guiding me. You have my permission. I am all ears. I am open heart, mind, body, and spirit. Use me as a vessel of highest light and love and guide me on how to live my most abundant life. Guide me on how to live my most peaceful life. Guide me on how to live my most spiritually aligned life. Guide me on how to be the highest level of surrendered to God that I can be, right? And then once you say that, when you start getting guided, don't be picking and choosing what you're going to do. Trust me, do it. Do it. Whatever it is that you are guided to do by spirit of highest light and love, do it. This is how you get in the zone. I talk about the zone often, right? Because the zone is that magical place where, we talk about when you think it, it pops up. When you intend it, it happens. When you speak it, it's made manifest. And it's not some of the time, and it's not this long waiting period, right? Because what happens is when we start off with understanding that I can create the life that I experience, the life I can create what that's like, right? We have hurdles to get over. We have doubt, we have programming, right? We have fear, right? We have influence. We have all these things to get over. And I say when we start, but sometimes you can have started years ago and still be in that stuck place. I mean the sunken place, right? Where you just not it's just not popping like that for you. Well, just because you've been knowing for years, you could still be in that space. But every time you surrender and every time you allow yourself to be guided, what's happening is you are building up your confidence in number one, your ability to receive accurately. And then you're building up your confidence and your trust and the fact that God will direct you, right? That spirit will direct you. And then it becomes easier and easier. The more you do it and you stick to it and you don't pick and choose, the quicker you get to that zone. And that zone is where, when you look around at your life, literally, when I wake up, I'm smiling. When I wake up, I am so grateful. I am so happy to face another day. I'm so excited to experience my life. That's the magic space. And then, because money is a thing, if we like to talk about finances, that too flows abundantly. Everything you require and desire is provided for you at all times. You can make that your affirmation. I am so grateful that everything I desire and require is provided for me at all times. Right? My money has a calling on it. When it leaves, it don't get spent. It circulates. It comes back multiplied a million folds or more. My money is like the fish and the loaves of bread. It don't never run out. It's always good and plenty with harm to none. Make sure you say harm to none, y'all, because I wasn't saying that at one point. I got all the way rear-ended that triggered some old injuries, and it took me a few years to, I wasn't saying harm to none. So I got some money and some abundance, but I was hurt. Harm to none includes you too. So make sure you put that on there. But yeah, but it's just time. It's time. And as I say, it's time. What's coming in is self inventory. And I'm hearing that song from the original Sparkle, take self inventory, right? Your woman and your glory, leave the bad things behind, right? Bad time. Everybody's got a story. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm still hearing it. And I feel like continuing to sing because that's my favorite movie. That and Grease. Don't judge me. The original Sparkle and Grease. The first Grease. Don't judge me. But those are my two favorite movies. But anyway, Spirit is just saying it's time. It's time. It's time. How you living, how you feeling, right? Are you happy sometimes? Are you at peace sometimes? Are you excited sometimes? Can you be in a room with nothing and be at peace, at ease, at joy, enjoy, right? Are you in love with yourself? Are you in love with your life? Are you grateful? How you living, how you feeling, right? How are you living? How are you feeling? Because that joy, that deep joy, it's not something that's just part-time. That's not what joy is, right? You could have part-time joy. And now I'm here. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, joy, right? Or you could have it every day, 24/7. You guys know my grandmother just transitioned. My grandmother transitioned in May. And although it hurt, although I cried, although I was sad, my overcoming that sadness, my ability to be in that state of gratitude, right? Before my healing, when my grandparents transitioned, it took some years to, heal from that. But I was out the country when she transitioned, and literally I went outside and I just let the sun shine on me and I spoke to her and I thanked her for becoming one of my ancestors, because I'm grateful for how she's choosing to serve me from spirit realm. And like I said, there were moments when I would still think about it, and yes, I would cry, because no matter how much awareness we have, no matter how much healing we've done, we're human, right? But the recovery period, right? And now I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I spent time with her as much time as I did. I'm grateful for all the love she gave to me. I'm grateful for the things that are in me as a result of being a product of her bloodline, right? I'm grateful. So I'm too busy being grateful to be sad. I'm too busy being happy about what she left me just by being in her presence to be sad, right? And so when we talk about life, if we're too busy being grateful, we don't have time to dwell in anything that's not high vibe, right? We're human. So yeah, it's going to come up. We're going to feel it. We're not going to stop the feeling. We're not going to brush it under. We're going to feel it, heal it, release it. But we too busy being grateful to get stuck in a frequency that's going to lower our frequency or have the ability to shift our lives, right? So remember and understand you're human. We're human. We're the divine having a human experience. So we're both. We're divine and we're human. And the human self does what the human self does. But we just turn it over, right? While we're feeling it, we're turning it over. And we're allowing ourselves to get through it before it has an opportunity to alter our reality, right? So let's see what you're saying. Hi, Tasha. How are you? So, okay, so y'all know when I told you these two cards, literally, there was three cards that fell out over here, and Spirit said, y'all heard me ask the top and the bottom one. So the one in the middle got left. But these two cards. Now I pulled cards for myself, and I got this card. I got this. This was one of my cards that I got as well. And then this is what we got together. So the shine your light is the one that I'm being guided to share first. It says shine your light, Archangel Uriel. Thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. And then we have spiritual abundance. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. So, the reason why these go hand in hand is because first, right? First we had these two, right? And this was similar, but it was focused on you, right? Well, it came like this. How do y'all see it? Do you see building your world first and then your blessings? Because building your world came and then river of blessings came. But remember, this was more self-focused. And this is a great way to round it up, right? We started with self, started from the bottom, now we're here. And then we go on to, oh, I didn't share that card, but I will. I thought these were last, but that one, I guess that's the last one. So, anyways, shine your light, and then you're gonna receive this abundance of blessings, right? And you can even add this to when you're saying your affirmations. Thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. And if you don't connect with archangels, you can thank God, you can thank spirit, you can thank your angels, your answers, whatever you choose. But you're being guided to now get out there and allow the world to experience you. Not, a lot of times when we talk about this as light workers, we are in this disposition where we're forever giving of ourselves, we're forever giving of our energy, and sometimes it's misplaced, right? Sometimes we're giving to people that just aren't ready to shift, people that like to dump on you, or they like to complain and just have somebody on the phone or sitting in front of them while they're doing it, right? That's unhealthy for you and them. But let them be in that world by themselves. You focus on shining your light and sharing your light with those that you are called to share it with, because your energy is precious. Your energy is precious, right? It's precious. It is the most precious thing that you have. So be selective who you give it to. And when I say selective, I just mean let spirit guide you. Don't just be giving your good juju to everybody, draining you. And now you exhausted, you don't have enough for self or those that you're called to serve, right? Through your serving comes abundance. And again, we're talking about that feeling, right? Through you serving comes accountability, right? Through you serving comes accountability. By me serving on the capacity that I serve, it makes it easy for me to hold myself accountable. Because I can't be telling folks all day long things to do that's going to elevate them, and then I'm not doing it too. I mean, I guess I could, but that dog don't hunt, right? That don't feel aligned, right? So through that, I'm able to be held accountable. Through that, I'm able to feel these feelings that are so abundant that I'm talking about, right? And so oftentimes we're waiting for that perfect time to get started. Well, this is your time. Spirit is letting you know this is your time. No more waiting, no more procrastinating, no more doubting, no more thinking that you're simply a human being. You are a spiritual, divine being having a human experience. So now it's time to allow your divinity to shine because there's souls waiting on you. And don't dim, do not dim. Be as bright as you can be, right? Don't chop yourself up in little bite-sized chunks, right? So people can easily digest you. No, be you, whole and complete. Let them take you at full throttle, 100 proof. If they can't handle it, let them go find a chaser. You just be you, okay? So it's important that you get out there and shine your light. Shine your light. Allow that abundance that is yours to flow into you now. Now this was the card that it came after the spiritual support, and those two came last, but I just smooth skipped it. I didn't even realize I skipped it till I skipped it, so it's no mistakes, but it's move your body. And I'm hearing shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm hearing as movie writer comes in. But it says, thank you, angels, for motivating me to move my body and energy. Shake, shake, shake. Now I'm hearing shake, 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 shake your booty. But don't they say body? Anyways, I'm hearing booty. So it's time to get moving. It's time to get moving. Now, as I look at this picture, what's coming in is, oftentimes when we talk about movement, we talk about it and we see it as a form of physical health, right? And it is true. And physical health is so important. Y'all know Spirit be checking us on that too. But today, this is coming in addition to your physical health, it's also about your spiritual health. I used to tell people when they're feeling like stuck and stagnant, just move, shake, bounce, right? Bounce, allow that energy to move around, right? You can even stand there, right? Planted, feet planted, whether you're out in nature like the first card recommended, guided, told you to do, right? And you can start moving your body like it's a washing machine. Like, you know how a washing machine moves the clothes? Start moving at the waist like that, right? And as you're doing it, open your crown, allow divine energy to pour in. However, you would imagine if God were pouring water through your crown, what would that water look like, right? What would that water look like? For me, it's just this glowy, like it's so bright that it's not quite white, but it's not quite yellow. It's just this magnificent, right? Allow it to flow into you, allow it to touch every part of your cellular being, every part of you, emptying, right? Emptying everything that is ego, everything that is thought, everything that is programming, everything that is belief, everything that is fear, everything that is worried out and stress, right? Allow it to all just be washed out, right? And when you feel like you've gotten it all out, that divine water acts as a magnet. Just feel it flowing down your body, soles of your feet, opening the soles of your feet, and just allow it to drain out, bringing all of that with you, right? All of it, all of that with it, all of that with it, right? And just allow yourself to be filled with divine light, right? Just divine light. Now, as I share that, I'm going to tell you. So, mom and we always, I'll be like, Mom, what is Spirit saying about this? So, y'all watch, Miss Deb, right? I really love her energy. Deb's House. There's this short little show she had, but she was looking for the next female rapper to work with, right? And so my mom hadn't finished it, and I asked her, or she told me who she thought was going to win. And I said, well, ask Spirit, right? And so she still was saying who she thought was going to win, who she said she thought was going to win, and then she said she thought another person was going to win. And I said, okay, Mom, do this exercise. And I walked her through the whole, pouring in, letting all the stuff be washed out, drained out. And then after she did that, she said, I'm hearing, and in case you haven't watched it, you watch it, I'm not going to tell you what she said, but she said, I'm hearing, and then she said it. And I said, well, watch it and call me and let me know who won, right? And she was correct. That's who won. But just by doing that simple exercise, it's so simple and it can be really quick, right? Just how I walked you through, right? Now, if it's not quick, that's okay. It could take longer. You're not in a hurry, right? Just be in flow. But cleansing yourself of all of those things allows spirit to pour into you, right? So do that. The next time you find yourself asking spirit a question, just practice cleansing yourself before you set to receive. And I recommend doing it at the start of your day. Just start that way. So now you're this empty vessel that can be used for highest light and love, that can have the divine of highest light and love just pour into you, right? But it's a really good exercise that works. So we went from the whole shaking your body, right, which is going to move stagnant energy around, to cleansing your body, your spiritual self, your energetic self, right? So you can receive from spirit. And those are two things that you can do all in one that serves two different purposes. So let me know. Let me know if you've done it, because some of you are in Activating You mentorship. Some of you have been in Activating You mentorship, and some of you have been guided to do that as well. Let me know how it worked for you. Did it help? Did you perceive? Let's see. I'm gonna pull a couple of more. It's 434. Can someone put that in the comments so that both? Okay, and that one. Can someone put that in the comments, please? Because I'm being guided to look that up. That's a message for all of us. And let me put these back. And then, oh, is it in reverse? Oh, okay. I got a yes. It came in reverse, but we had another one that came in reverse, and we gotta know. Okay, death and rebirth, darkness to light. And look at that number 10. Thank you so much, Tasha. I appreciate you. It says death and rebirth, darkness to light. And you guys know 10 is all about ending old cycles and starting a new one. And so, what is coming in, it's time for you to allow the old you, the parts of you, the old you that no longer serve you, to die, right? Have a ceremony for the parts of you that no longer serve you, that it's time to let go. Like truly, honor it with gratitude, that part of you that just no longer serves you. Because, we do the best we can to get us to where we are now. And then there just comes a time where that old version of us just isn't serving us anymore. And it's time for us to enter into our new state of existing. Once that version of us has served its purpose, and we're continuing to exist there, what we're doing is we're keeping ourselves in a state of darkness. And darkness being, if you're in the complete dark, you can't see anything, right? We're not talking about the darkness, the void where spirit is able to reach us. We're talking about that darkness where you can't see anything. You can't see anything. Spirit is showing you how to live, but you can't see because you're keeping yourself in that state of blindness. So it's time for you to allow that version of you to transition into the version of you that you're being called to be today, right? And then after you have that ceremony where you're releasing that part of you with gratitude, not judging any decisions that they made or didn't make, any actions they took or didn't take, any ways they showed up or didn't show up, just pure gratitude, because you are exactly who and exactly where your soul agreed to be, right? So there's no woulda, coulda, shouldas. It's all about thank you. You served me thus far. Now I am ready to step into the elevated version of me, right? And then have a celebration, welcoming that version of you in, right? I am here with an open heart, an open mind, and an open soul to be who I came here to be. Guide me, show me the way, right? Show me the way. Okay. And look, we got guide. It says the illuminated path. And number 21 is 3. So that is a number that lets you know that you are not alone. You are not alone. Your guides of highest light and love is here with you, right? Although y'all apart because they up in spirit realm and you here, they still here guiding you, guiding you. Are you listening? Right? And when I say, are you listening, it does not have to be auditory, right? Start with just feeling, just feel. What do you feel when you walk into a room? What do you feel? Just take a moment to just feel. When you're in the presence of a person, what do you feel, right? I was talking to one of my soul clients yesterday and I was explaining to her, I said, you know what? I felt something in your energy, and it's super it was weird to me in the beginning, because when I meet a person, I feel who they are as their authentic self underneath the trauma, before who they became, right? And when I first started doing this work, I remember, and a lot that will tell you, I remember thinking, she is pulling my leg. She TK too. I used to think that about TK, like, she pulling my leg. I used to think a lot that was testing me, like she testing me to see if I'm really psychic. There, because I felt, right, who she was underneath, who she didn't remember she was, right? Same with our sister TK, felt it yesterday when I gave the guidance and the response, it felt like, yep, I got this. It's easy, right? No doubts, no, right? And that energy was who she was at the core. It's easy. I got this. Now that I know, I got this, right? I got this. So the reason why I'm sharing that with you is because by starting your day feeling, it allows you to get to that point where you can feel a person's true essence underneath what they present, underneath what they say, and even underneath what they do. You will feel, right? But it starts with you feeling you. What do you feel today? How do you feel today? Right? It starts with you. Start feeling, right? Start feeling. So we have guide. It says the illuminated path. What you're being guided to remember is, as you allow spirit to illuminate your path, right? Again, as we're talking about being guided, the path that is light, bright, illuminated, that path is so easy to follow, because it may not be like from the starting point to the end point, you can see the lights, right? Think about it. When you're driving and it's super dark, as far as you gonna go is where your high beams take you, right? That's as far as you gonna go. And that's how the journey is with spirit. You're not gonna stop your car and stop going down the path because you can't see past where your high beams take you. So why is it that when you don't understand, or not even understand, if you don't understand, ask questions, but why is it when you don't know, right, or you can't see beyond the guidance spirit has given you, you stop, you pause, you get freaked out. But when you're driving, you keep going, right? So spirit is illuminating your path through the guidance, and by your path being illuminated, you are also illuminating someone else's path. So when it's super dark or foggy or whatever, you know what you do, you get behind a big old truck. So when you start following the path spirit's land for you, you become the big old truck, and that person in that little itty bitty car that can't really see because they high beams don't work and their lights is kind of dim, right? They're following your lead, right? So it's time for you to allow yourself to receive. It's time for you to allow yourself to receive. There's times I've been on the road and it's been a little scary, but I didn't stop. I kept going. Right? There's times I had conversations with spirit. Listen, I got work to do for you now. You like me to do the work? Well, get me home, lighten this rain, make it stop. I can't see, right? Shoot. So you may have those types of conversations with spirit along your path, and that's okay. But just don't stop, right? Don't stop. So let's see. Um, hey TK. Yes, I used to think that about you too. Not so much the testing me, right? A lot that was the only one I thought she was testing me. But I used to be like, wait a minute, ain't no way she don't know who she is. You know now. You know now. But at first I was just like, no, no, because I didn't realize at the time what was happening. I was feeling your essence, your core, your true self, right? So yeah, it starts there. Anitra said, that's good. We trust our driver, right? But yeah, we can't see beyond the high beams. Even going up them high hills, steep hills, you know? Okay. So we also have power over difficulty, reclaiming your power. We've been talking about this for a minute. Take your power back. And you know what? I had to tell somebody the other day. I said it gently, right? Because I wasn't guided to say it Any other way, it was gentle, but it was to the point. Get out of victim mentality. A lot of us are in victim mentality. We are talking about so and so made me feel, so and so took this away. So, no, no, no. Mm-mm. Once you stop being a child, didn't nobody take nothing? Didn't nobody make you feel nothing? Didn't nobody do nothing? Life is not happening to you, it is happening for you, right? It's always been happening for you, even when you were a child. But now, when does the Bible say you get held accountable? 12, right? It's 12. I know the Bible a little bit. I used to know it a whole lot, but the Spirit says start studying it again. So I'm studying it again, I guess. Not, I guess I am. I'm just, I'm studying it again. And I'm cool with that because I'm excited to, really hear Spirit explain it and not going by what somebody else said. Because, when people standing in a pulpit and they got a white Jesus behind them, I don't trust you. Not because it's a white Jesus and I have anything against white, because if Jesus was white, I would be like, okay, cool. Jesus is white. Bet that up, Tater head. But in the Bible, it say Jesus got skin the color of burnt brass and hair like lamb's wool. So if you got that picture behind you and I already don't trust you off top. I'm looking at you sideways. I don't trust your interpretation. So it's nice when we can read the word and Spirit can tell us what it means, because we've been fed a whole lot of what it ain't. But that's another part about opening ourselves up to receive. We don't have to depend on someone else's interpretation, because Spirit gonna speak right to us, right? A lot of times when we stop being attached to religion and we become spiritual, a lot of times we turn our back on some of the things that we learned along our journey, because many of us grew up in the church, right? But the interpretation has been way off for a long time. But there's value in everything that we've experienced, and it's just about us allowing the value to be revealed to us. Some of us are church hurt. When I started, if you notice, I always said Spirit, the divine, the universe. I believe in God. People will be like, yes, I do. But some people just saying God would be, it don't matter what you call your highest source of power. Because if it's highest light and love, there's only one living God, right? Whether you call it Allah, whether you call it Jehovah, whether you call it the universe, the most high source, spirit, right? It don't matter, right? But it's time for us to allow ourselves to receive all the blessings in store for us, right? It's time for us to really have a real understanding of what the purpose of that was, and not allow how it was twisted and turned and made into this make believe, or things that were more of an example. It's literal, right? Y'all, we could go on and on about that. But, anyways, we not. Okay, so reclaim your power. Have a good day. Love you. Did you scoop? Okay. Okay. Love you. Have a good day. So yeah, my son was going to work, my youngest son. So you're just being called to take your power back. Get out of victim mentality. Stop blaming your circumstances on others. Stop blaming your circumstances on your life upbringing, right? And don't even stop blaming you. Because some of y'all are not sitting there blaming someone else. You're blaming you. You're like, I'm not good enough. I failed. I created this. Well, yeah, you did create it, but remember, we had a whole ceremony for that version of us with gratitude, right? So there's no blame there. Life is not happening to you, it's happening for you, right? So take your power back. Take your power back. The version of you that you became as a result of being hurt early in life, or as a as a result of being mistreated, as a result of being used, that version of you has a purpose. So just be grateful. But now it's time to let that version go and step into your light, right? Step into your light. Now, this is the one that came in reverse, and I received yes, it's in reverse. So it says the inner voice. And that's what we've been talking about, right? Being guided. Being guided. Highest light and love, guide me every day. Show me the way. Guide me. I'm listening. I'm here. Open mind, open heart, open soul. Right? It says, thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. Now, listen, we done talked about how Spirit had to wait until I got past the thinking I was going to go crazy, because when I didn't know I was gifted, I would have these feelings, and it would almost be like voices, but they weren't like, child, let me tell you, I believe one day I'm gonna go crazy. right? I'm sure it was partially ingrained in my unconscious because I told you guys how when I was younger and I used to be talking to my spirit team, right? And my grandmother would say, "You better stop that baby from talking to herself." And then she would say, "Answer yourself." Then that's when you're gonna go crazy. That's when you know you're crazy, when you start answering yourself, right? And so my mama told everybody it was an imaginary friend. When she asked me who I was talking to, I said my friend, but she put imaginary on there because it was easy for people to digest, right? So I'm sure that's where that came from, right? But spirit waited to reveal to me when I would ask the question, because sometimes I would get answers and I wouldn't know, is it me? Like, is it ego or spirit? Is this you? Is this you speaking to me? Or is it me? And then I would get, it's me, Nahkila. It's me. And then I would ask again on other occasions. And then finally, when I was ready, spirit said, it's me, but it's you because we're one and the same. Self and source are one, right? So, this right here, thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice, right? Now, when you see this angel representation of an angel, right? Talking to, they don't look the same, but they are the same. They're one, right? You are a divine spark. You are a ray of the divine light. You are a part of the infinite, right? So when you're receiving that guidance, it's about you honoring the God in you because there is no separation. There is no separation. You are capable of all that God is capable of. But the way you get to that point is by first surrendering, healing, being guided, and taking action. Not some of the time, but all of the time, exactly how you were guided to do. Trusting, have faith, the unwavering kind, right? That's how you get there. That's how you get there. It's time. It's time. What is something that you're being guided to do that you just haven't done because you're afraid or you don't feel capable or you fear lack? Speaking of lack, this was something that I did not ask for Google. Google talk about how can I help you? Speaking of lack, this is something that came in the other day when my mom and I were talking. Um, and we were talking and we were just talking about not being in that space of lack, right? And I said, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna just back up and tell you the whole story. So my sons, I have a 27-year-old, I have a 20-year-old. My oldest son lived in Texas. He moved out, I think he was 21 when he moved out, and he lived in Texas. And then when he decided to leave Texas, he hated it, but he moved there because he met someone, he was in love. And then they broke up, and then he was coming back. And so he's like, "Well, how do you feel about me getting my own place?" And I said, "Well, what was the purpose of moving in? Because I'm making arrangements. Just let me know. Whatever you do, I'm cool with it." But he used his savings to live when COVID happened. So the point was to come and save to be in a better position. And then my youngest is 20, so 27 and 20. And he's never left home. He's been home the whole time. And so when we did this, we agreed 2 years. Well, of course, I did the lease for longer, like the longest lease you can, because it ensures that things stay the same. And anyway, so it's been a little more than 2 years. So in May, we're reaching that point where our lease is up, right? And so my partner and I, we have been discussing buying a house together. And so we're still in discussion and we haven't fully said yes, but Spirit said, yes, it's going to happen. And so I had told him, I said, well, either way, when the lease is up, my boys and I, they're going to get their own place. And so I have a 3 bedroom now. It's not necessary. Right. And so anyway, so I was saying that I was going to get a 1 bedroom, and there's these places, same management company. I love where I am. It's really nice, beautiful view. However, those places are newer and even nicer, and their amenities are amaze balls. Right. But they were high as all get out for a 1 bedroom. They got a 1 bedroom that's as high as $2,200, and I'm like, ain't no way, ain't no way, ain't no way, right? And so, anyways, I was coming home. There's this roundabout, so you leave the roundabout. Those places are over to the right, and then you go to the left to get to my place. So, anyways, Spirit said, "Go check it out. Go check it out." Right. So I'm like, all right, I make a circle, go check it out. They had literally just lowered the price the night before I came. And so it would just be $100 more than what I would pay here for a one bedroom. And like I said, here is nice, but there it's even better. And they clubhouse, they got golf simulator, soccer simulator, basketball, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, they just got a lot of stuff. It's really nice, right? And so I was like, okay, so let me get to the point because y'all know we start chatting, I'll be rambling. So anyway, so I was telling my mom, like Spirit said yes. And sometimes I do these tests with my mom to help her develop her ability to connect and receive from Spirit. So I was like, Mom, what are you getting? Does it serve my highest good to get on the wait list or not, right? Because Spirit told me it's gonna happen. You guys are doing it when your lease is up. And so I was asking Spirit, like, okay, well, I was checking with myself, like Spirit said it's gonna happen. So is the whole get on the wait list, is that me? Because let me tell you a little secret. I actually really love apartment living. I do. I love apartment living, especially a real nice, cute one. I love apartment living. I do. However, it ain't no investment. It's and if you can own, you know, I feel that's the route to go. But I love apartment living, right? So I was also checking to see, was it that, you know? And so, anyway, Spirit said, no, get on the wait list because it's the energy, right? It's the frequency of moving forward, right? And so my mom was like, well, how much is it to get on the wait list? I was like, Mama, it's only $275. And I explained to her because, you know, I respect money. I respect money because I respect money, money loves me, right? I am grateful for money. And because I'm grateful, money flows to me endlessly and effortlessly, continuously in large sums, right? And so, anyways, I explained to her the reason why I say it's only because I am a multimillionaire. And to me, $275 is like $2.75. And although I respect it, that ain't a lot, right? And so I was saying, so that's nothing. Plus, what I circulate, that's just it's coming back multiplied. So we ain't worried about the money part, right? And so I was asking her, and at first my mom received no, don't get on the list. And of course, I have these exercises I do with her, and I can tell when it's her versus Spirit, right? Because there's just little signs that I pick up on. So I'll walk her through some exercises, and then she'll get the answer, and then I'll reveal to her what I got and why. And then anyway, she ended up getting the same thing. So where was I going with this? Y'all, I be rambling. I be sharing. When I start talking about, like, when Spirit be like, share this, right? Okay, thank you for bringing it back. Then I be, you see, when I'm sharing, my brain turns on and off. When I'm delivering, it's a whole different story. But anyways, so what I was saying was the whole abundance thing, right? Money is just an energy. Money's just an energy. So why is it that when we're guided to invest in ourselves, or we're guided to invest in something that's going to serve our highest good, why do we be sitting around feeling like, oh no, I just invested this, now I'm gonna run out of money? Because love is an energy. When we give love, we don't be sitting around talking about, oh no, I'm gonna run out of love, right? So make that make sense. If money is an energy and there is an infinite supply, just like love is an energy, joy is an energy. When you share joy and happiness, when you go out with your girlfriends and you share a cocktail and a good meal, you don't be like, oh no, I just shared joy with my girlfriends. Now, where my next dose of joy coming from? You don't do that. So why is it when it comes to money, you don't understand that it's an energy and there's an infinite supply? And if you're not receiving it flowing in the same way joy and love and peace flows, right? Then it's time to go in here and check what's going on in here, why it's not flowing like that. Money is simply an energy. It's simply an energy. And just like love and now getting pregnant, listen, I say getting pregnant because that 20-year-old that just walked out that door, when I was ready to have a second child, it took forever because every month, am I pregnant yet? Am I pregnant yet? Anything you chase gonna run, right? Soon as I was like, you know what? I'm fine with one. It's cool. Guess what happens? I'm pregnant, right? Same thing. So when you're chasing it, instead of allowing it to flow to you, it's gonna run. All you have to do is match its frequency. Money is very high vibrating. So are you? Joy matches the frequency of money. Peace matches the frequency of money. Gratitude, ooh, that not only matches it, that boosts it. Love, compassion, all of that, same frequency of money. So if you sad, if you mad, if you ungrateful, right? If you judgmental, you're not matching the frequency of money. And if you see a penny, pick it up. They say all day long you will have good luck. You know that, right? They do say that. Now I pick up pennies. If I don't care, I'm picking it up because I respect money. Money don't deserve to be on the ground dirty, getting stepped on. I'm gonna pick it up. And I'm gonna be grateful for that money. Like I just found $100 bill. That penny, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, right? These are ways you shift from lack to abundant. Every time you start feeling lack and wondering where is this going to come from, how am I do, remind yourself it's an energy. So instead of focusing on not having enough, let me focus on the feeling. Let me focus on my frequency. Am I matching the frequency of money? Because if I'm not, let me check myself before I wreck myself. And see, here's the thing. Let's go back a little bit. You remember how we talked about we're human, so we gonna have feelings. I shared with y'all how when the year started, I went into this fear state. Can't tell you where it came from. It was out of nowhere. Well, actually, I can tell you. It was because life had gotten so good. And I was just like, whoa, wait, are we gonna be able to repeat this? And then spirit was like, calm down. This is your life now. This was not a fluke, right? So as I was feeling it, that didn't instantly take the feeling away, right? It didn't instantly take the feeling away. But as I was feeling it, I was turning it over. I'm scared, spirit. Guide me and thank you for healing me. Thank you for removing this fear. Because I'm not about to waddle in no human emotions that's about to lower my frequency. We gonna feel it, we gonna heal it, and we gonna get rid of it, right? Our frequency may be at a standstill, but it ain't gonna do this. It may be right here for a minute while we processing through it, but it's not gonna do this, right? So just remember that money is simply an energy. And it's not about how do I make more money. It's about how do I elevate my frequency? How do I feel better? How do I feel better? And you know what you can do? I keep looking over here because it's outside over here. I'm gonna see. Can y'all see? Let me turn it a little bit. It's outside. And well, it looks a lot brighter. It looks a lot brighter where I'm at. It just feels good energetically. That's why. So that's why y'all I'll be looking over there. But anyways, how can you feel better, right? How can you feel better? No, that's not where we were. So bring it back. But if that's where we meant to be, then all right. How can you feel better? That's what it's time for you to start asking yourself. How can I feel better? How can I feel better? How can I elevate my frequency, right? Don't be afraid to live. That came in at the beginning, to live. It's time to live. It's time to live. Spirit has you. Spirit has you. I'm special, but I'm no more special than you. If I can do it, you can do it too. And I'm giving you the formula. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. So yeah. I feel like there was something else coming. So if it's meant for me to share, and what was it for? What was the number? 454 Thank you, 434. Thank you, Mom. Okay, let's see what you all are saying. Anitra said I sent a payment for me and Derek general reading. Oh, thank you, Anitra. You guys will be first. Why didn't I see that? I saw where TK said I remember you saying to a lot that she was testing you. I totally missed that. Anitra said yes, 12. What was that the answer to or response to? Yeah, a whole lot of religious rubbish, right? You know? Anitra said money is an energy. That's an amazing lesson for me. It is. It's an energy. And listen, I don't just speak about it. I be about it. I'm about that life, right? I'm not just saying this to you, y'all. I don't even have to tell you all the times I've been tested and guided and and it required trust and faith, but through that is how everything elevated. And don't doubt or second guess how connected everything is, right? Do not. Sometimes I have people that come to me and we work together and they're like, okay, how am I gonna heal this? Like they're looking for, it's going to be module 1, and then we're going to do module 2, and then we're going to do ABCD all the way to Z, 1 2 3 to 10, and then we're going to do it again. And that is not how this works. That ain't how it works. That's not how it works. Spirit guides me, gives me the step, your first step. I give it to you. You do that first step. then your next step comes. I literally had a person that worked for me. Work with me for I believe it was 4 years. And literally the majority of that time, it was the same because she just wasn't doing her first step, right? It was the same because we talked about the road. It doesn't come, you don't get a map where you get to see. No, remember back in the day we had paper maps? We don't get that. Or we had MapQuest and you get the printout. We don't get that. Spirit's just like, do this. Go ahead, do that. This is good. This is enough. Focus on that. And then when you do, you get the next and the next and the next. And then you don't even know. You be like, well, why in the hell am I being guided to floss my teeth and cut my toenails? What does that have to do with me healing X, Y, and Z? And then next thing you know, you like, oh dang, I'm feeling good. And I'm looking good. Okay, I guess it was connected. I didn't see how, but it was. I mean, and that's just a real crazy example because I mean, you might be guided to floss your teeth and clip your toenails, but that's how it works, right? We've been programmed to believe that we have to know, that we have to know. And that's just not how it works. That's the beauty of this life. And I'm here and I think I love this little life. That's the beauty of this life, the not knowing. My mom and I will be talking sometimes, right? We'll be watching movies or whatever, and she'll ask me a question. I'll be like, sometimes I just like to live and exist like a regular person, right? Like sometimes I just don't like to know. I just choose not to know. And then there's other times I'm like, ooh, I'd like to know, as it relates to certain aspects of life, but there's some things I just like to not know. But then once she asked, then I start knowing. And then it's like, okay, now I can't turn it off because now I know. And now, yeah, but yeah, the not knowing, there's beauty in that. There's beauty in that. So just allow yourself to be guided. Trust the process, trust spirit, trust in your highest source of power. You're worthy. You're worthy. And whatever pain and trauma you've experienced, you're at a point, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay, if you're seeing this, you are at the point where you can be done with your lessons now, the painful ones. We don't ever stop receiving lessons, but we get to a point where they're not painful no more because we're in tune. My grandmother used to say, first God's going to come and whisper, right? Then God going to come and yell. Then God going to come and knock you upside your head, right? You're at a point where it can just be a whisper. You don't got to be knocked upside the head, just a whisper. But if you choose to stay stuck, when spirit says it's time for you to get unstuck, when you start getting knocked upside the head, don't cry. Take it. Stand 2 toes down in that. That's what you chose. But anyways, yeah. So 434, we're gonna look that up. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. 12 is the age of accountability. Jewish 13. Okay. 505. 10. There go that 10 again, TK. Let's see. Anitra said the Bible does not specifically say 12 is the age of accountability. However, because it's documented that Jesus spoke at the temple at age 12, that age has been assumed a responsible age. Thank you. Thank you. And see, that's the interpretation. The 112, because growing up, my brother's father was interpreting for us and he said 12, right? So that's what I mean. That's why Spirit's been, I told y'all, Spirit kept saying studying, right? And respectfully, I'm not going to say humbly because we know humility is toxic. I knew it wasn't necessarily picking up books from gurus and all of that, because whenever I read those, it's messages that I've already received. It's stuff that Spirit done already told me. It's like, I'm not learning from books from people that are like me. That at this point, I'm just not. That's the truth. There at the beginning, yeah, I did. They helped. I learned things, but now it just doesn't. So I'm like, are you telling me to go to school for something? Like, what you telling me, Spirit? And literally, it wasn't until my grandmother transitioned and I literally was like, can I have Momo's Bible? And my uncle was like, you have all of them. I left 2 for my cousins. One I bought for her. So it's like, that's not sentimental to me. And anyways, there was another one that I knew my cousin who goes to church all the time would love. So my cousin who's a minister, my other cousin, I was like, Momo, 2 of Momo's Bibles. I left this where they are, I left them for y'all. But anyways, I had turned to a page where my grandmother had a marker. She had several markers, but this particular one, and the message was just so aligned, so on point. And then Spirit said, that's what I was talking about, right? It's time for you to start studying that. So, yeah. So, but see, perfect example 12. That's what I was told. 12 is the age of accountability. Perfect example. Thank you, Anitra. Anitra said, I played with Barbies at 12. There's that. Me too. I still play with Barbies with my niece. Y'all, those of you who didn't come on at the very beginning, my niece called me. She's so cute. It's so sweet. I love her so much. I love both my nieces. But yeah, three. I have three. I love all three of my nieces. But yeah, if you didn't catch the beginning, watch from the beginning. It feels like there was something else coming in. And I feel like we just skipped over it. Oh, 434. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna look that up and then we'll get into the readings. 434. Um, does anybody have a headache that's on right now? Because my head is starting to hurt and I don't feel like it's mine. I feel like it belongs to somebody else. If you got a headache right now, can you leave it in the comments and let me know whose headache I'm feeling? Okay, let's see. And then when I said that, I felt a feeling of almost like anxiety. That's definitely not mine. Okay. Angel number 434 is a message that your prayers and positive affirmations have been heard and are being responded to in divine right time. Maintain faith and trust in the benevolence of the universe as the hard work and effort you have put towards achieving your goals and serving your life purpose has ensured that your prayers, wishes, and desires will come to fruition. The angels encourage you to keep up the good work and expect miracles to happen. Angel number 434 is a message from your angels that the creativity and joy you have put into your work and daily life has brought about positive energies, making things run smoothly for you in your life. Your angels applaud your efforts and encourage you to continue on your current path. Know that the work you do is of great value, and your determination and persistent efforts have manifested many blessings in your life. Angel number 434 tells you that you have important things to do and achieve in this lifetime. So direct your powerful energies towards fulfilling your goals and aspirations and pursuing your life purpose. Choose the path that you most resonate with and trust that you are on the right path for you. Develop a peaceful, loving relationship with yourself and trust yourself in every way. And that breaks down to angel number 11. So if you feel led to look up angel number 11, I suggest you do. But look at that. Don't you love how that just all comes together? We started with pouring into, like that just reiterated everything we just talked about. Don't I love when Spirit does that? Because Spirit, like, let me say it loud for the people in the back. One more again. So I love when that happens. But yeah, that's our message. Let's see. Oh, okay, TK. Well, can we send our sister TK some healing? Because she says she's been under the weather. Yeah, because it just like came and I'm like, I know that's not mine. So I'm choosing to disconnect from that because I don't choose to have a headache. So yeah. So the purpose was for us to be able to send some healing. Do we have permission to send you some healing energy and some love? Okay, I'm being guided to pull one more card from each deck is what I just heard because I was like, which one I heard each deck, and then we're gonna get into the readings. One more. Ooh, that one just flipped out onto my lap. Onto my lap it went, and it was sideways. And I'm being guided to read it sideways, and we're gonna know why it's being reported sideways. What message do you have for us today? Spirit and High Love and Truth. Just a message that's going to assist on their journey, give them faith and courage to move in your divine guidance. Just something to leave everyone with. Is this one? All right, thank you. Okay, that one came in reverse. And why am I hearing whoop? There it is. Okay, count your blessings. Count your blessings is sideways. It says, thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. Okay, so why is it sideways? And The angel's writing gratitude. Why is it sideways? Because you be in and out with your gratitude. You be in and out with seeing how blessed you are. When life's not happening the way that you envision it to happen, when the path there is not how you envision it to be, you start feeling like spirit don't have you. You not blessed. You start feeling woe is me. And that's why it's sideways. In order for you to receive that on flow, that on pour, that continuous flow of blessings, it takes you being 10 toes down, standing firm in the fact of knowing that spirit has you. So when the journey there doesn't look how you expect it to look, how you would like it to look, don't start doubting. In order for you to be blessed all the time, you have to be blessed all the time. Okay, so okay, that is all. Okay. So, and now this one is miracles, and this one is in reverse. So first of all, we're going to shift that energy from reverse to upright. But it says ancient wisdom. Ancient wisdom. So miracles is coming in reverse for the same reason. This sideways, the reason for that, you're blocking this. Miracles are yours. They belong to you. They are your birthright. You don't have to struggle. Life is easy, and so is it to receive miracles. But when you on the fence straddling, am I blessed or am I not? Right? Am I abundant or am I not? Am I surrendering or am I not? Am I following the guy? Like when you going back and forth like that, you sending all kind of frequencies. The frequency is like, and spirit like, okay, we just gonna wait. We gonna wait until you decide what side you on. Are you grateful? Or are you fearless? Like, are you surrendered? What you doing? Because right now you doing this, and we don't even know what to give you. Right? You're just stuck. Right? In a panic, a little paranoid too, a little afraid. And so spirit's just waiting on you to deliver all these miracles, right? Spirit's just waiting on you, or her to get it together. Not together, together. Okay. This is what's yours. This is yours. Let it in. Stop blocking it. Let it in. Let it in. You've been guided. So what are you waiting for? You've received your first step. So what are you waiting for? Why are you still blocking yourself? Why are you still doubtful? If spirit brings it to you and brings you to it, spirit is going to get you through it. That's a fact. But you must believe that. You must know that in order for it to be so. Because you are the divine having a human experience. You are a powerful creator and destroyer. So just because this is yours, this is your birthright, you have the ability to destroy this. You have the ability to block this. There's not a God sitting on the throne somewhere in heaven judging you and telling you, oh, you're worthy of this. Nope, you're not worthy of that. Here's your punishment. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. It's all in response to you and what you believe, what you know, and the frequency that you send. That's free will. And even if you don't make a conscious choice to align your words, your thoughts, your actions, your belief, and your knowing to what it is you say you're choosing, well, then you're still creating, but you're just creating based on what other people instilled in you, what pain instilled in you, right? So I recommend you choose. What are you choosing for your life? And then just surrender, turn it over. It's so easy once you do it. The path there sometimes feels a little scary and tough, but once you do it, it's so easy. Life is so easy. It's so easy. You don't got to figure it out. You don't got to think. You just be guided. How easy is that? It's like having a housekeeper. You know, my house stay clean, but I don't got to clean nothing. But I get to live in a clean house. It's so easy. That's how it is to be guided, right? It's just so easy. So that's all. That's our message, y'all. We're going to get into the readings. Even if you're not getting a reading, I recommend you stay because the messages that come in for others, it be resonating a lot of times with other people that's not getting a reading. And in between the readings, I'll also be pulling cards for us too and giving messages for us. So yes, yes, yes. So we have 10 people. Oh, we have 11 people and somebody just joined us and we have 7 thumbs up. So if you got anything from this today and you haven't thumbs upped it, please thumbs up it. And if you just got here, but you're going to watch it from the beginning, please thumbs up it and share. If you got anything, share this. Share it on your Facebook. Share it so people can receive the messages. Don't be selfish. Sharing is caring. Okay, let's see. TK said, thank you. I appreciate you. And my headache's gone now. So thank you for letting me know. Hey, Deasia sending you healing, TK. Hey, Deasia. Thank you, Deja. You'll be after Anitra and Derek. Anitra says there's still a single room available for Bali 2025. Yes, ma'am. There are 2 single rooms available for Bali 2025. Just 2 spots left, and they're both single rooms. And let me tell you something too, because as I was delivering the message, I was guided to share with you guys that we are having a day retreat, February 3rd, 2025. It's just a day retreat. That's it. It's not overnight. But that day retreat is gonna be at least 10, 12 hours. Okay. You're gonna get your life. And it's in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And then we are having our Bali all-inclusive retreat in Bali, October 2025, October 1st through the 7th. And there's literally 2 spots left. So if you being guided, come on and join us. So let's see. My mom says she's sending healing energy to you, TK. TK said, girl, that is a fact. What's a fact? 516. Hey, Shamika. Shamika says she's asking for healing energy for headaches. Okay, sending healing energy. Listen, y'all, I knew it wasn't mine. I was feeling it. I was feeling it. So yes, sending you healing too. Sending you healing too. And congratulations. I got your message. I left your response. I'm if you are okay with me sharing, I will, but if not, I won't. But I'm celebrating you right now. Deja said sending healing, Shamika. Anisha said, that's my room. Invoice me, please. Yes, ma'am. I will. So yes. So let's go ahead and get into this read. I'm glad you joining us because I know before you told me you were guided to go. And I was just like, okay, well, it's 2 rooms left. It's 2 rooms left. So now there's one, y'all. There's one. There's literally 1 spot left at Bali. And I'm gonna share a little secret with y'all. I'm gonna let you in on something, okay? I told my mama, I said, because let me just back up. Where we're having this retreat is so beautiful, but it's a small villa. There's only 7 rooms. And so here's the other thing. All of the rooms are single. I could make them shared, but when I asked them to show me what the shared accommodation would be, the bed that they put in there, I'm like, no, ain't none of my sisters sleeping on that. No, not unless you come with somebody and y'all have an agreement. Y'all like, listen, we could just rotate, and one of us that had the main bed and one of us that had a bed they bring in there. That's left up to you. But I was like, no. So I told my mom, I said, well, if it comes down to it, and after all the spots are filled, after all the spots are filled, and then there's people that still would like to go, then I'll just stay there and rest up for 3, maybe 4 days, and then have a whole nother one. So yeah, so I would say don't count on that now, because I'm saying it has to be a certain number of people for me to do that. I ain't just gonna have a whole nother one. There's 1 person coming. But yeah, so as of right now, there's now 1 spot. 1. But if there are enough people, then I'll just do two in the same month. So yeah. It just all depends on spirit, basically. So yeah. Anisha said, I was waiting for the currency to flow into my account. I understand. Listen, when spirit guides us to do stuff, my thing. You know what I say? All right, spirit, make it happen. Sometimes I be like, make it happen, Captain. Because me and spirit, we homeboys, girls, homies. Me and spirit homies. Sometimes it's homies, homeboys, homegirl. I don't know. Spirit is not a he or a she. Spirit is everything divine, everything, you know. But yeah, so we homies. Me and spirit, I talk to spirit like my homie, because that's what it is. And then I just heard, I talk to myself when I need someone to talk to. That started playing when I said that. So yeah. Okay, let's get into the readings. So general. Okay. Okay, so first they say, Anitra, you're going first, and then they started singing. They said, Anitra, you better call Tyrone, call him. What does that even mean? Oh, tell Anitra it's time for her to start calling on spirit for more. You've been doing some of the heavy lifting that you don't have to do. You took over. Don't take over, surrender. Go back to your surrender space, like that deep surrender space. You've been doing great in the changes you're making. And also being yourself and living your truth and speaking your truth. Now it's time to surrender. Even deeper, surrender. And then I heard, follow the yellow brick road. Where does it lead you? The magic. Where does it lead you? Don't lose the magic. You are the magic. And start sprinkling you everywhere you go. When you walk into a room, see yourself as the sprinkle sprinkle. And then I just heard that song, My Money Don't Jiggle Jiggle, It Folds. That's what I just heard. So through you doing this sprinkle sprinkle, and when I'm saying sprinkle sprinkle, they're telling me it's a shimmer, like a, it's all sparkly and stuff, but it's your energy, a representation of your energy. When you do that, what you're doing is you're opening the floodgates for abundance in your life, and it's all abundance. You know what I mean? And when I say that, they're literally specifying even when life is great, it can be greater, right? So just wherever you are, you can elevate even more, right? And so by doing that, don't be stingy with who you are. That's how they saying it, but it's not so much a stingy. There's this energy of protecting, right? And not protecting out of fear, but protecting because people can be energy vampires, right? But what they're saying is you're at a, when we gonna pull the cards, you're at a point where you are protected in all things because you've set that up, you've set that in motion. So understand that now the people that come to you that you're guided to give to are not going to be draining because you're just not going to allow it. Okay, they said pull apart. Who who all is still on with this? Are both of these for Anitra? And the one on the bottom? Okay. Okay. So, hostilities, conflict, unrest. Just look at this woman. And that little panther reminds me of Ganesh. Ganesh is sitting right there on the ottoman. And then soul radiance, phoenix rising. You notice a theme here. Notice her hands. One is her receiving, right? And she's receiving in both, but the other, this is like just totally receiving, totally allowing spirit to pour into you, that total surrender. And then this is the action, right? This is the action. Spirit has your back and spirit is ready for you to be in action. And that work that we were going to do together, that was a huge step, right? And there's more of that to come. There's more of that to come. It's your calling. There's more of that to come. And as they're saying that, they're saying not always that, but also that. There's more of that to come. And that's okay. So let me just back up because what they're saying is part of this hostilities, this conflict, this unrest. Part of your calling is to ease that, right? It's to ease that. And as that's coming in, what you're being called to do is totally and completely, once and for all, surrender and throw away any uneasy and unrest that you have centered around that part, right? Even when you say yes, remember how I talked about the fear? I'm going to do it, but I don't like it. And at one point I was afraid too, but then it was like, I ain't afraid no more, but I don't like it. And it's not so much that I like it now, but it's a I love what it does, right? So I like the end result, right? Because I mean, nobody chooses to just be up in that kind of energy, right? Nobody just that ain't fun, right? But yeah, so you may never just be like, yays, here we go, loop de loo, right? And that's fine. But just surrendering like just accepting this too is a part of your calling. There is a reason why you're activated. There's a reason why even I was guided to call you, right? It's just a part of it. So through you allowing yourself to really tap in even deeper to that soul radiance that you possess, that divine radiance, that deep godliness within, right? And for you to just once and for all put at rest and at ease, be at ease with what it is that you're here to do, who you are, right? You are going to start to experience a ton of abundance, the feeling, the material, the all of that lady of leisure, right? But sometimes the lady of leisure rolls her sleeves up and then she go and she makes okay, I'm gonna say it, she makes shit shake, right? Now you have fear, victimization, loss, lack. So, and look, number 34-7. Um, this right here, that okay, okay, thank you for clarifying. That fear and that victimization creates loss and lack, right? And what that fear and that victimization is, it is that old energy that you done shook off, but that energy that used to be like, I just want to play. Like why? I would like to play. Like why, right? That right there. So consciously, you're in a deeper acceptance. Inwardly, and I'm also hearing unconsciously, but inwardly, there's still some areas that are just not fully on board, right? There's still some areas. I'm gonna do this, but don't ask me again, right? Some areas. So you're being called to where are those areas? Get in touch with those areas, and then let those areas know you're not about to stop my shine. And I'm hearing you won't break my soul, right? You're not about to break my soul connection. You're not about to have me out here not doing what I came here to do. We gonna play. We gonna even make this fun. We gonna turn this into a game. Whatever we call to do is gonna be fun, right? And I'm hearing again, you won't break my soul, right? Look at the bottom. Earth magic. It came in reverse. We're gonna turn it up. The reason why it's in reverse is because spend more time in nature, like literally more time in nature, grounding, but not just the traditional sense, just being out in nature and allowing yourself to be guided on how to ground yourself, right? In this reality, so that as you're doing the work, as you are connecting, as you are receiving, you are totally grounded, right? So you're in the healthiest state of being. And then also allowing yourself to do whatever comes to you in nature that's going to help strengthen you. It says fearlessness, removing obstacles. So that's what it's going to help with. It's going to help you get to that point of just being this fearless warrior and removing any obstacles out of your way, out of your path. Because again, life is good, life is great, but it can get gooder, it could get greater, and get better and better and better, right? We don't reach the top until we're in that soul space and we're about to enter another body, or until we're done with the body and we're just in that soul space. So there is no limit to how much gooder gooder it could be, how much better, how much bestest it could be. So yeah. Okay, anything else? They said that is all. Tell her we're proud of her and we have her back. They are proud of you and they have your back. Okay, y'all said that was it. Say it again, because I heard you now and I forgot because I'm complaining. Okay. Stop beating yourself up for what you eat or don't eat. You're doing good. Be intuitively guided and led, even with your eating. Follow the program we give you and stop looking at the 3D world to guide you. And it's not just about your eating, that's everything. And now I'm hearing the Twister song "Wetter" when she said, "I done been wet, but I could get wetter. I could be good, or you could be good, but you could be better." Right? That part, like you doing good, but it could get better. Right? Staying connected in all things, in all things. Be your daily reminder in all things. Okay, they said now that is really it. Okay, so that is your message. And I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why I'm so silly, y'all. Sometimes I think I be calm when I be on camera because I'm a whole nut. But then I be catching myself. I be noticing like, dang, I'm why? Why am I like this? I like me, but I sometimes wonder what happened. What batch of sperm did my dad shoot out that day? Because this one right here is a little cuckoo. And I be enjoying my cuckoo. Maybe it's because I was the only child for 8 years. 7 technically, because my sister Ashley is 7 years younger than me, but 8 because my brother Kevin um, was the sibling that lived with me. So yeah, but anyways, that's your message. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Let me see what you were saying. Oh, awesome sauce. Thank you, Mama. Hey, Stephanie, how you been? Um, Anisha said, "Oh, honey, completely surrender. I'm receiving." Um, Anisha said, "The energy is something else, and I'm equipped and ready." Yes, yes, yes. Anisha said, it's the ease part. I do make shit shake, right? Okay. Anitra said, yes, you've been my I want to play. You've seen my I want to play tantrums. And you still get to play though. That's the thing. Like it don't have to be either or. And I'm hearing T.I., you can have whatever you like. Hey, jets on deck, champagne on ice, right? That's what I'm hearing. Anitra said, that's confirming I have received get involved in nature. Yeah. And he just said, gooder and gooder and gooder. Thank you. My pleasure. And you said, oh, they went there. Got it. You know, they do. They be going there and there. Why y'all got to put me in an awkward situation to be the one to say it? I don't mind. I was like, okay, this is a public reading. We going to do it in public? They say, yeah. And you said, I love it. The silly is also healing. Yeah. I enjoy it. But I am that kid that used to look in the mirror and make scary faces and scare myself and then laugh, So I've been this way. I've been this way. And when I say a kid, I was we had already moved from Berkeley to Oakland. And I believe I was in 7th grade when we moved to Oakland. So I was a little bit old, but I realized now having the understanding because it never felt like me it looked like me, but it felt like it was someone else and we were playing. And now on my healing, I realized that one of my main, like from that, whoever I was talking to, that imaginary friend that wasn't imaginary because my mama let me know when I asked questions without telling her why I was asking, it was in the mirror. And that's where I saw that silhouette when all my gifts started to come back. And so I realize now that guide took on my reflection, but it never felt like me. Because you think about how you, that old, standing in the mirror, seeing your own reflection, making scary faces, scaring yourself, and then laughing. That sounds real crazy, but that's why, because it wasn't me. It was, anyways, I know it sounds weird, but y'all understand. We all on the same wavelength. Y'all get it. Crazy stuff ain't crazy. So anyway, so yeah, that was your message. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So Derek, you are next. And as I said that, I'm hearing, can you feel it? But it don't feel like, it feels like a song that's a real song, but then it don't, but it is. It feels like different lyrics, but then a different tempo. It feels like the songs that are intertwined. So what is the meaning of it all? Oh, y'all got a potty mouth today. Tell Derek we've been telling him to do more shit for him. The stuff that just brings him joy. We're waiting for him to go to that Derek joy place, that Derek happy place. There's something in there. There's lessons. There's blessings. There's gifts. There's opportunity. There's growth beyond where you are. There's abundance that's already manifest in that space. So go there. And also, Derek, I'm receiving that it would serve your highest good to go to a sweat lodge. And this is something to do alone. Go to a sweat lodge. Not the ones that's, Americanized and then it just be hot and you be sweating, but the one that's really like the natives, the way they do it. Now I can't tell you where none are out here on this side of the earth, but I know in Washington State they have one like literally it's the sticks with the blankets. You're on the dirt. Oh my gosh, some amazing releasing has happened in there for me. But anyways, if you can find one close, it don't matter where you go, but just go to a sweat lodge. Be open to receive your greatness. And the same song, it can be good, but it can be better, right? And I'm hearing rain down on me, right? The blessings, allow them to rain down on you. And there's this feeling of it's time for your life to just feel like ease, right? And an ease that you've never felt before, where you're not stressed at all, you're not worried at all, you're not carrying it all. It just feels like you're, like Aladdin's magic carpet. It feels like you're skating through life, flowing through life, but your feet are up off the ground and you're just kind of, how Aaliyah walked in that movie Queen of the Damned, how it was just this glide, like you're gliding like that, but your feet aren't on the ground. It's like, so you're not having to do anything. You're literally just saying, this is what I'm choosing. And then Spirit's like, we got you. Okay, here we go. And then you're just like, it's just this peace, right? It just feels so peaceful and you're just gliding there. Go to that happy place. And as I say that, right, you've been guided before to go into that space of doing more things for you, but it's been really focused on the adult you. Now it's coming in to incorporate the inner child you, right? Because here's the thing. A lot of us women, we be on this healing journey, we be pouring in ourselves. Wasn't that a dance that the kids used to do? I don't know. It feel real stupid though. But anyways, we be pouring into ourselves. We be focused on our inner child. But when it comes to men, not all, but a lot of men don't gift themselves the opportunity to really get in touch with their inner child. It's not so commonly discussed and so commonly focused on. It's more like the things that are present in the now. How can I be a better man? Right? How can I create a better life for me and those that depend on me? Right? But you're being called to not only go there for self now, like that happy place that do more things for you. And ever since the message came in the background, it's been career related, passion related, right? Even if it's a part-time thing, do it a little more part-time than the part-time that you do. Whatever it is, amp it up a notch. I just heard raise the roof, and but that's just because of that. Raise the roof, raise the roof. So what does that mean, raise the roof? Because you don't just be letting me hear stuff and it ain't no message. So what is raise the roof? Oh, it's time for you to up level. It's time for you to upgrade. It's time for you to upgrade your gifts because you got them. That's why you understand all this journey you've been on this journey with your wife, what some would call this crazy journey, this crazy ride, because you have them too. But you're a little more subtle with yours and you don't publicly share. It's time to start publicly sharing. Even if you don't use the same verbiage that we be using, it's still time to be on a platform sharing. Because like it just came in, it's not so common for men to be on this journey. You have a group of men that are on the journey that are healing, but oftentimes healing for men looks a lot different. And in reality, we all just started as little kids playing on the same playground. So the healing is not that much different. So yeah. Okay, which deck? Oh, the green and the blue. Okay. That's like what do you have for Derek? Rooted in hindsight, love, and truth. What do you have for Derek? Oh, take that one and pull from the bottom. Okay. Oh, look at that. And I heard my grandmother The one who just transitioned. Whoop-de-doo. That's what she always say. This one? And the bottom? Okay. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Okay, so you have upright, reverse, reverse, upright. But look, this is that was in the background. So they said, we're just going to bring it all the way to the front. So it express your creativity. Thank you, angels, for helping me to express my inner creator. That background that was coming in, that passion, that love related to career, create space for that. That, and what's funny is when I'm filling into the messages that I deliver for you, there's always that in the background. But this is the first time I was guided to bring it up, or at least the way it was brought up. But this has always been in the background. It's time to stop having it be in the background. Like, you're ready to stop having it be in the background. There's a whole production going on in that head of yours, is what they just said. Bring it to life. Okay, so this one was in reverse. Speak your truth. Archangel Gabriel, thank you, Gabriel, for helping me speak with integrity. So this is in reverse. And the reason why it's in reverse is because it has nothing to do with a lack of integrity or none of that. It is just that whole thing of catering to your inner child. Like, just giving you some you time. Just thinking of you. And again, they're stressing your inner child, nurturing him, giving him some playtime. They said, even if it means going out and playing sports. Even if you, the adult, is like, I don't play sports. What did your inner child like? What did you like when you were a little boy? Do some of the stuff you used to like. Just because it's not all about you, the adult. It's also about the inner child. And that too is connected to the creativity, right? When you just had dreams and esteem, that's what they said. When you just had dreams and esteem without responsibility, you can tap into that and still be responsible. So they're just continuously encouraging you to tap into that. That's all. Balance. Now, balance came in reverse, and the reason being is because, yet again, it's coming in balancing your adult self with your inner child, just really focusing on nurturing both. The same energy that you put into the life you create for yourself and your family as an adult man, it's time to give that same energy, create that balance to your inner child. It's just time. There's so much going on in that head of yours. Get it on paper, put it on film, share it with the world. It says stability, standing firm. You'll still be stable, right? You'll still be stable. You'll still be the standing firm. They're saying you'll still be balanced. And now it's not coming in as a balance of like nurturing both. It's coming in as, if you're walking on a tightrope and it feels like I'm not that balanced, I might fall. They're saying you're going to still be balanced. Like you're good. You're good. You're good. Now I'm hearing get down on it. Don't get down on it. And then you have Soul Radiance, Phoenix Rising. And as soon as I saw this card, this let me know that, number one, it brings in that connection, right, of you and Anitra, because she got the same card. So that unity that always comes in as far as like y'all are each other's person, right? And y'all know that, but it always comes in. And so this right here, though, is also speaking about your inner divinity and how it came in earlier. Like, you're gifted too. You be making fun of us, but you be having jokes. Like, I'm silly, you silly. However, you can make jokes because you understand it, because you got gifts too. So it's time to allow them to come out in the forefront. Forefront meaning not just something that goes on in your house. And even with that, they're saying, Anitra don't even know fully how deep your gifts go because you don't really acknowledge it. And then I'm feeling kind of like how my dad doesn't identify it as a gift. He just, it's just him. which in reality it is just us, right? But that's how it's coming in with you. It's not like this acknowledgement of it being it just who you are. It's just who you've always been. But you know you're special. You've always known there was something different about you. But now it's time to put that special, that difference into action and connect it to this. Get on a platform. Bring it to life. Share the insight, share the knowledge, share the wisdom. That's your message. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Thank you. Let me see. What shall I say? Not Chocolate Thunder. I think that name has already been taken. Oh man. Let's see. They just said, whoa. And you said, okay, let's see. That's funny. That's funny. I mean, shoot, if that's what you always would like to do, that's between you and Anitra. Oh man. But yes, yes, yes. Okay, so Deasia, you are next. And if anyone else would like a reading today, it is 25 for a general or 25 per question. So let me know. I'm just checking to see if anyone else has sent over um oh, and let me tell you too, when I was talking to my sister yesterday, um I was telling her, I said, I was sharing how I love apartment living, right? And she was like, listen, I do too. She's the only reason why we left apartment living was because, they had my niece. And so I was telling her, like when me and my first ex-husband, when we were getting into the whole buying and selling, when we bought our home, that was like right after is when the market went down. And I realized now that the reason why that happened was because what she first said, she said, you move a lot. Like, I don't even know how you move that much. And I said, well, we were Navy. Technically, we would have been moving a whole lot more than what I've moved, but we stayed in one spot so the children could have stability. And so I could be just a quick plane right away from my grandparents, if anything ever happened, I was right there, or I could drive there if push came to shove. And so my ex jumped from ship to ship as a result of us doing that. So it was like I was a single mom. He was gone so much, like excessively gone, to the point where, but anyways, long story short, I was just sharing with her how I realize now that is why the plan that I had then wasn't executed, because it's important for children to have stability, and there's children that do move a lot and they're fine. But for my children, it was important at that stage that they had that stability. So now that my children are grown, and in May, my children going to be on their merry way, we're gonna have family dinners and stuff, and they can come over and eat dinner as often as they like and spend. I mean, like, they ain't just would be gone. They're gonna still be here. We're gonna still hang out, but they're gonna get their own place. Now I have the freedom to move as much as I choose. And eventually I'll settle into the final home. But for now, as long as the market allows, every 2 years it is. Anyways, okay. I'm gonna pull a card for us as a collective. Oh, for us as a collective, what do you have for us? Highest light and love. Thank you for guiding us. Is this in reverse on purpose? Yes and no? Okay. You'll tell me what that means. The miracle of forgiveness. Archangel Jeremiel. Thank you, Jeremiel, for helping me understand the process of forgiving. So this comes up a lot. So the reason why it's in reverse, yes and no, is because some of us are doing a great job at forgiving, and there's just one more person to forgive, and that's self. Some of us aren't forgiving yet. And forgiving yourself and others, whichever side of the spectrum you're on, is so important, because lack of forgiveness, it's like poison in your spirit. It blocks you from being your divine energy. When we talk about that frequency and being at that high frequency, when you don't forgive, it blocks you. But how do you convince those parts of you that are like, fuck that? Okay, how do you convince them to get there? you remind them everything that happens in your life serves your highest good. And sometimes some people have to play the villain. And sometimes you're the own villain. You're the villain in your own story. But it's time to move past it, because if you understand and you truly believe that everything that happens in your life serves your highest good, then that means those things that caused you pain has a purpose. So now don't let it be in vain. Allow the purpose to be revealed to you through forgiveness. Because it's not even just about, you know, that other stuff. We say it all the time. It's not just that, right? How do you feel? It's about freeing yourself. We know forgiving someone, if it's not you, doesn't give them a pass. It's for you. It's not even about them, right? It's not. And some of you are being guided to go and ask for forgiveness. Go ask for forgiveness, because if you're having a hard time forgiving yourself, let that burden go. And whether that person or those people forgive you or not, once you come to them and you ask for forgiveness, forgive yourself, because you can't control if they say yes or no, right? All you can do is go to them sincerely and ask for their forgiveness, and then just release it. When the words come out of your mouth, just release it. And if it's someone that's not here in the physical, write it down. Write it down, fold the paper away from you, burn it, go outside, blow it out, and as it dissipates and goes wherever, just allow it to feel like every part of that lack of forgiveness that you've been holding on to, just feel it leaving your body, right? And just be done with it, and then disconnect. You may even smudge yourself after, right? And then put a bubble of protection on you. So that was for all of us. Okay, so Deasia, you're next now. um Deasia, were you doing a general? I have no idea why general is coming in, and I feel like doing that. Why is that? Aye, Captain. This is your response. Aye, Captain. This is, um, and a lot of times, the way the military is designed, when orders are given, right? Ain't nobody sitting around in the field like questioning. You gonna get killed that way. So when order, Deja, this is part of your message. Okay, I heard general. That's why I just went ahead and started. But thank you. Um, so, anyways, like you out there in a war. You not like, okay, wait, are you sure? Are you sure it serves my highest good for me to duck for cover right now? You stand there asking the question, you shot, you dead, right? And so when we speak in terms of that, what is coming in for you is aye, Captain. These are totally different branches of the military coming in with one message for you. But anyways, when you're guided, if you sit around and you taking all this time to ask questions, there's a part of your spirit that is dying because you're keeping yourself away from your destined state of greatness, right? Every time you sit there. So there's one thing to ask for clarity, and there's something else to ask questions because you're stalling. And you psyching yourself out, because spirit know what you're doing, and deep down inside you know what you're doing, right? And then you're looking at it like things aren't moving and grooving. And so, therefore, whatever comes after therefore, and spirit is like, no, just stop asking so many damn questions and just I captain your way through it. I got you. I meant to be drinking water this whole time. Unconsciously, though, when I first sat here, I thought about it. I have two bottles right here, one with chlorophyll and one with some lymphatic support stuff. And if I drank both bottles, because I'd be down in them, I would have to go pee. So unconsciously, I was like, I'm choosing to not have to get up in the middle of Empower Hour and go pee. This is Deaja's. Ooh, angelic assistance, divine guidance, love, and support. So look, this is what's been coming through for you. And you're just being guided to just, aye, Captain, I'm on it. Guide me, show me, right? And so, come here and show me the money. So what's been happening, right? Because I feel the fact that you're a little perplexed, like and also I feel like I've been doing that. Yeah. But there's one thing to go through the motions out here, and there's something else for everything to be aligned in here. So that's what is being brought up today. The alignment in here. right? Going through the motions, we're not going to discount movement. We're not even going to take that away from you. But if you're going through the motions out here, doing this, and you're not aligned in here, you're just on that hamster wheel. You might shed a few pounds on the wheel, but you ain't going nowhere, right? So it's about alignment in here. And how do you get that? How do you get that? Slow down, really feel, and don't just look at a block as someone didn't return my call, or don't just look at a block as they're not accepting, or whatever we tell ourselves as a 3D reason or response, right? When it's happening, when a block happens, go in here. Okay, I've been guided, but I just hit this wall. What am I doing to put walls up? I'm building walls, but no house. So let me go ahead and quit building these walls and start creating doorways where the doors are open. So what's happening in here? What am I doing or not doing, right? Not judgment, just willingness to know so you can prevent yourself from doing it. So I heard you've been doing good, and I heard, but ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Doom, doom, doom. Okay, so thank you. So with that being said, I know how that feels, right? I'm hearing, go ahead and get happy, right? Part of it is that, right? That longing, that feeling of, I just miss you, right? I just miss you, and it's bringing your frequency down a little bit. How can you miss your wife and still be in that elevated state? How can you still be happy? How can you still be excited? How can you still vibe high? By understanding this is a part of your journey, and this part of your journey is going to lead to a more blissful life, right? This moment of self-discovery is going to lead to a life where it's that peace, that joy, that happiness. Because if you don't create that solo, you cannot create it with somebody else. You've never had an opportunity to create it solo. It's necessary, right? So this is how your union is going to maintain the level of love, the level of peace, the level of communication, the level of support, the level of healing that's required for you to have everything that you've set in motion to have for yourself, right? I'm gonna pull a card from here. Oh, that's the same deck. I thought we were gonna do the blue one. We are doing the blue one too. That for Deja, are both of these hers? Okay. And now the blue one. Okay. Well, then okay. Stop procrastinating. It just said tell her stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating. Okay. Okay. So you have bright heart light, open connections. You also have precognition, psychic ability, future vision. It's so funny because when I got this card, I just felt like telling you how proud I am of you and how accurate you've been and how great you've been. Y'all, if you have not followed Psychic Deja, go ahead and follow her. Hey, Ruby, she be doing readings and stuff. And speaking of readings, Ruby, did you get my email? Miss Ruby gonna be doing them too. Um, so yes, I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Your accuracy. All it took was that one time. That one time, and now look at you go. And I'm here, and what they're showing me is a little engine that could. And so, listen, what's coming in is just like you follow that guidance. It's so easy for you to follow the guidance that comes from or through, right? From or through a human. Why is that easier than following the guidance that comes through to you? Why does that feel more comforting? Get in touch with that. Get in touch with that. This is also a part of your bread and butter. When was the last time you went live and you did readings? Start announcing it. Start creating an event on Facebook. Now I'm hearing Stunner Girl. Get active. And you got count your blessings. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. So while you're in this state of longing and yearning and missing, right? Count your blessings. Be in gratitude. This is a short blink in time. It's going to be over before you know it. When you move, that is literal and figurative. When you move, right? When you move in action and when you move, right? So you're not doing anything wrong. This is just guidance. This is just direction because you've been a little what they're showing me and what I'm feeling is like, huh? I don't get it. I'm doing everything right, right? And so this is to help you through that. This is what's lacking. It's just that part. Like, huh? And you're doing this like looking around like outside and they're like, do this. Hi heart. What are you feeling? Even just talking, do it, Deja. Do, and some of y'all might do it too. But open your shirt and like, hi heart, how are you doing? And just notice how that feels. Just speaking into your heart chakra. That felt so good. So start doing that, right? Start talking to your heart. I heard "Tell It to My Heart," but I'm hearing Taylor Dane's song, and I'm hearing it in like an NSYNC tone, like an NSYNC song, but it's Taylor Dane's. Anyways, that may mean something to you or for you. You may choose to listen to Taylor. What's that child name? Taylor Dane and NSYNC. And the bye bye bye. I'm hearing that too now. The bye 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 is when you get in touch with it, you'll be releasing whatever's there that's blocking you. But take the time to really go and hear. Stop like, huh, and go, hey heart, how you feeling? What do you require? I'm here for you. Oh my gosh, that feels good. Woo! Thank you for allowing me to serve you so I could get that. I'm gonna talk to my heart tonight. Shoot, that felt good. When you do it, tell me how it feels. Oh my goodness, that felt good. That really just boosted my heart chakra. My frequency just went up. Whew. And then when I did that, I felt like a release out of my solar plexus. So just pour into you, go within, figure out what's going on in here because you're the only one blocking it. Spirit is ready to show up for you. And when you are being directed, don't look at that direction as this is the end, begin all, end all. This is the, because sometimes, ask your wife about it. Sometimes spirit will guide you to the left, only so you can go around and end up to the right. And then you so stuck on the left because spirit said to the left, you're like continuing to the left, and spirit is like, okay, we just gonna let her keep hearing Beyonce in her head, going to the left. And we done told her make a sharp turn, but she's still to the left, looking at the left to be where it's at. No, we just told you to go to the left because there was something right there. And in order to get to the right, you had to go around and get there. There's some lessons and blessings sprinkled in, but stop being hyper focused on the first step, right? So that's coming in. Anything else? Look at the bottom of each deck. Okay, so take time to breathe. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease, knowing you're here. You know what's so funny? This picture, when I was in school, right? I had a vision and I saw that it was a beach just like this. Now, after I was done with school, I actually saw this exact vision I had. I saw it. It was on social media. It was like a real place. But I was there and I was working. I was sitting in a chair similar to this and I'm working and I was like, why am I working on vacation? I was tripping. And then I turned around and I was like, oh, wait, time out. This is my house. Like it was pretty amazing. And this picture is similar. And so, anyways, that feeling of you have arrived, right? Just take time to breathe. Sometimes take a step away and just breathe. But this affirmation is very important. I would add it to your daily. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease, knowing you're here. I breathe, I live, I exist with ease, knowing you're here. Add that to it. Let that be your affirmation. And then the bottom, that card fell, but you said the bottom. Why is this in reverse? It says grateful optimism. Okay, joyous view of the future. So this is why it was in reverse, because you have not been able to really be in this place where that grateful optimism of your future, joyous view of the future. You haven't been giving yourself an opportunity to envision what life you're creating, you're choosing, because you're so hyper focused on what's not moving and grooving for you right now. So that's all. Just get out of that state and allow. Allow. You're worthy. You're deserving. You got this. Spirit got you. Allow. Allow. And then I don't know why when I'm saying allow, I started hearing Allahu Akbar, which means God is the greatest. So that's a part of your message too. God is the greatest. Let me see what you're saying. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Anitra said that did feel yeah. You know, I'm really gonna be talking to my heart. And I'm hearing it again. Tell it to my heart. So it's Taylor Dane, but it's literally coming in as an in sync tune. Why? Okay, it's still happening. So there's a message. Why is that happening? Because the healing journey don't have to be slow and sappy and sad. It could also be upbeat, right? It can be upbeat and fun. And notice when I heard bye bye bye, the movie Wolverine and Deadpool, it had its moments, but it wasn't great to me. But they're doing the whole little NSYNC dance in there, you know, and for some reason that little dance feels kind of good. But that's what Spirit is saying. That's why it's coming in like that. Like the healing journey does not have to be right. The aspects of your journey that's taking longer does not have to be just gloom and doom. It can be upbeat, right? It can be upbeat. So the reason the song is coming in that way is because there's these lyrics, right? And then it's this tone. So it can be the same. You can be healing, but you can do it and still enjoy life. You can do it and still be optimistic. You can heal the painful things and still be elevated in frequency. It doesn't have to be one way. Like, yeah, there's times where the healing is going to make you cry, right? Give yourself that 24 hours, just pour it out. And then if 24 hours you require 24 more, do it. But also maintain that gratitude, that optimism, be in your power of being able to create, knowing that you can create. You are deserving, worthy, and capable. Staying there is important. Okay. Now I'm going to stop hearing the song. Okay. DA just said I did it and I started laughing, right? It just feels good. TK said that did feel really good. You know, hi, heart. Hey, heart. Hey, heart. Hey. Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. So, is there anyone else who would like a reading? Let me know. Let me know. Oh, Lord, sweet baby Jesus. I just made y'all ears bleed. That was not what Aaliyah sound like. This is for all of us, guys. And if there's anyone on who would like a reading, let me know. Let me know if you stayed on after that ear bleeding reverse. Okay. After that little rendition of Aaliyah. Dang. Okay. This is for all of us, right? And from the top. Oh, what was that? Oh. Okay. Oh, wow. So these cards came in before today. So we have Guide, the illuminated path. It's in reverse. And literally, I'm receiving it's because although some of you received the message today, some of you are still going to refuse to walk the path that has been illuminated for you. Some of you are still choosing to either pull over and stop driving or blindly walk in the dark. And guess what? That's okay. It's your journey. You get to decide. Ease, joy, peace, love, abundance, or pain, strife, struggle, lack, anger. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. And whatever you choose, if you choose to stay in the dark, you can always choose to step into the light at any point in time. I'm hearing that song with arms wide open. And then look, it says take time to breathe. And for some of y'all, get back on your meditating every day. You know who you are. I ain't gonna call you out. I know who you are too, because they telling me, but I'm not calling you out because they're not telling me to. But just get back to it. You know what it takes to be vibing high. Stop playing yourself. Get back to it. And then we have the miracles of forgiveness. Same message, just one more time for the people in the back. I just heard, hey, God, it's me, Margaret. Are you listening? So, what that means is we were talking about self and source are one. So, fill in your name for Margaret. Hey, God, that's God reminding you that you're the divine having a human experience. Hey, God, it's me. God, are you listening? Hey, God, it's me. I'm you. Are you listening? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Okay. One more card. Shuffle and then pull from the bottom of the blue deck. What are you guys having for dinner? Oh, you know what I've been really enjoying lately? I have been enjoying boiled eggs. Sprinkle some lemon pepper stepper on it. Lemon stepper, that such an entertainer. Okay, this card flew out too. I'm gonna take it. I know you said the bottom too, but you like now take this, take that, take that. That's the best lemon pepper seasoning that I have ever had. How did that card get in there? Anyways, that, and then I have some yellow and red watermelon, and I put tahini on that, and then that nut and cheese pack that has the cheese, and you have either cashews, almonds, and have the dried cranberries. That'll be on one plate, and it's so good. I had that for breakfast. I don't think. Oh, I took something out for dinner. I know what I'm making, but what are y'all having for dinner? For a minute, I'm like, what am I gonna eat? And I forgot before we started. I took something out. So what's the final message? What you got for us? 61566. It's that mirror effect. Would you like me to pull from the bottom here too? Okay. Okay. These are our last pulls, y'all. Our last pulls. I'm gonna check to see if anybody else sent in for a reading. Mm-mm-mm. Why am I now hearing Jam? Jam is truly outrageous. Truly, truly, truly outrageous. Jam is her name. No one else is the same. Jam is her name. Jam. That's what I'm hearing. If there's a message there, give it to me. Or is it just childhood nostalgia? Which one? Sacred breath and sound, life force communication. Once again, but this time Spirit is going deeper. Like, okay, let's talk about it now. Why is it important to meditate? Well, number one, it helps your body, your physical vessel, be healthy and healed, and it brings you peace. But it also helps connect you with your spirit team, helps you connect you with yourself, your true self. It helps you be more in tune with what you're really feeling and what's required to feel better, what's required to maintain. It helps reduce stress. Like, it's all that. It's very healthy, mind, body, soul health when you meditate, and consistency is key. So here's another message reminding you to meditate. And I'm hearing Londrell now. Meditate. But that's not Londrell's song. That's what's that guy's name? Eric Bellinger, because I heard meditate and then I heard levitate. So through meditation, it's gonna elevate you. It's gonna elevate your frequency. It's gonna elevate your mindset. It's just gonna elevate your life. It's important. And I tell everybody, start there. You know, people be like, well, where do I start? There. It sounds easy, right? It really is easy, and it sounds too easy to be effective, but it really is. And Spirit brought it up again, so do it. But also, you're protected. Archangel Michael, thank you, Michael, for surrounding me with your protective light. Your protection is important too. So basically, Spirit is going over the daily non-negotiables. Some of you are aware of what they are and you just aren't doing them. Some of you aren't aware, and Spirit is now telling you. I literally just shared the protection video yesterday this morning, because I talked about it in the consultation yesterday, and then I totally forgot to share it and shared it this morning. So that is something to share. And as I'm saying that, what I'm going to do is link it in the comments of this video. I'm going to pin it so you don't have to search for it on my channel. So you can be reminded of what that protection looks like. And every day, just speak it into existence, like literally with every bit of your power and your commanding voice in gratitude for being protected, right? And I'm hear no evil, see no evil, be affected by no evil. So cloak yourself. And you do that however you're led. Also, don't ever tell anyone every way that you protect. Just, even when you're teaching how to protect, say some things for yourself. It's important. That's a part of your protection too. And then we have inner power, the divine father. Divine father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. So here we are again. We are inside, right? Inside, connecting to that heart, connecting to self, bringing self and source as one. And then also we're in that state of gratitude. And we're co-creators. So this is reiterating what came in before, that spirit is responding to you. Spirit's responding to you. So how are you showing up? What that frequency do though? And then we have shamanic journey, purpose, attunement, vision quest. Are you ready to find out what your purpose is? If you know it, are you ready to release the stuff that is keeping you from stepping into it? It's time. And guess what? I am now enrolling for the Activating You mentorship. So come on and join us. And I said, come on and get happy. Come on and join us. If you've been guided. If you haven't been guided, wait till you are. Okay? The door gonna always be open because I'm gonna be doing this till there's no more breath in my body. But if you've been guided, now is your time. And for those of you that were in the mentorship and you're like, yeah, I don't have to have sessions, but I miss the community because community is important. There's an alumni program, y'all. So ask Spirit about it. Does it serve your highest good to be a part of that? If you get a yes, hit me up. Let's talk about it. Let's get you back in there. Okay? So anyways, that is our message for today. I have thoroughly enjoyed you all. And it's 6:20, which is 8. You are an infinite being, and your abilities to create and produce and experience all the blessings that this life has to offer is infinite. So tap in to your most divine self and allow yourself to receive all that you deserve. You are so worthy. And that keeps coming in because you'd be surprised what parts of you don't feel worthy, and how that little part, it could be just a little itty bitty part. It could be one person when you were in preschool that told you wasn't worthy. It could have been a teacher or even a friend, a classmate, and you still got that playing in the background that you're not worthy and you're not even aware of it. And you that whole little teeny tiny voice way back there is blocking you from receiving. Because unless you are totally aligned, it's going, that frequency, the one that's what it's going to be. So get into it, your heart, your soul, yourself, right? And if you're guided to start this work, let's do it. Oh, and here's the thing. So you guys know that there are custom packages that I offer, right? We can create custom packages. I'm gonna share something with you, and some of you may have heard this because I've shared it in the soul family. But Spirit is always guiding me. Spirit guided me on how to create this mentorship, what it would look like, what the investment amounts would be. And when I first started, it was a lot less than what it is now. And Spirit gradually kept guiding me to, this is what it is, right? And at first it was, these are the packages and that's just it. And so not that long ago, Spirit said, okay, well, now we'll do custom, right? So this means you can work with a person to get them in the mentorship so that it's what can fit in their budget, right? So we have that. But also Sharon is a life coach on the Ashworth Scott Life Sculpting team. And our sister Sharon had been going through life, and Sharon had stepped away for a moment, and she always knew she was coming back, right? And so Spirit's been letting her know it's time. Spirit done let her know through her. Spirit done let her know through me. And I had a consultation yesterday, and I was like, that's part of the point, right? And so Spirit started talking to me, part of the point of having a team member, because this was the message I got when I was uncomfortable at a point when the investments started to increase. Because for me, it was like, everybody being able to be served. And that was a big deal for me. And Spirit was like, when you serve, right? When I started, I was at a different space. So those I was serving was at a different space. When I elevate, those that I just served are now there to serve those that I have now, it's increased. So maybe they aren't there, right? But they can be here, right? And so when they elevate, same, right? A person who comes may not be where they are, but the person they just served will be here. So Spirit assured me everybody will get served. So when I tell you that anybody who is on the Ashford Scott Life Sculpting team, number one, they are mentored by me. They are not just, they have been, they are mentored by me actively, because it's important to make sure that they are equal, that on the same level, able to give you what I'm gonna give you, right? Also, it's important for the same thing, but it's just like living up to that standard, because I have a certain standard of how I serve. I'm not going to give you none of me until Spirit say share that story, right? It is all Spirit led, so making sure that how they're serving is all Spirit led, right? So when you are working with a coach on my team, if it's not me, you are still going to be served the way you would be served with me, right? And so anyway, she and I had a talk, and she is ready to come back and get into serving. So that is also that. But as I was being guided to speak to her about this, it was coming in that even if you're working with her, you're still going to be in the Activating You Soul family. So you'll still be in that group. You'll still have access, you'll still have access to the lives that I do, the lives that the Soul Sisters do. You'll still have access to the group sessions that I do, right? Where you're able to listen to them, because when we're doing them, I'm live, and we'll be working out the details of whether or not she'll be doing a group session with the people that are working with her, but it'll all be one big community. So that is another option as well. And I'm just happy to share that. So she and I are going to meet and have a talk so that we can move forward in the frequency of where she is now, because where she is today, she's up leveled from where she was before. And I'm just excited for that. So yeah, so that's that. So I say that to say, if you've been guided, we talked about money being an energy, whether you're guided to work with me or whether you're guided to work with Sharon, just let's do this. Okay. And you know what? You may find yourself being guided to work with Joe Blow up the street. Now, I ain't receiving that that's any of y'all that's on here now, but if it is, or if it becomes, or if it was, whatever, whoever it is, just get started. Just get started, okay? It's time. Just get started. That's all. That's all. And I'm hearing Alexander O'Neill and Sherelle. And I've been missed, but I never knew love like this. I sent that to my partner this morning. That song. But why am I hearing it now? Oh, because when you on your healing journey and you get to that surrender and you do all the stuff Spirit God and you do, that's how you gonna feel. You gonna feel like, I ain't never knew love like this. I ain't never known peace like this. I ain't never like, yeah, I've been happy, but I ain't never been happy like this. Right. So, anyways, that's why. But that's how I feel about my man too. I feel like Lotto and my man. Thank you for my man. So, anyways, now I'm just rambling. Let's see what y'all saying. I'm waiting for y'all to tell me what's for dinner. What y'all having for dinner? I be asking my niece that all the time too, cause I'm a foodie. I be like, what y'all eating? When me and my niece, we be on our little meat, and whenever I'm like, ooh, can I taste it? And so she puts it up, and then I let her taste mine. So we be imagining tasting each other's food. Okay. Ooh, Anitra having curry over jasmine brown rice and kimchi on the side. Ooh, that sounds good. Remember, what was I going through when you told me to get some kimchi? Did I have a cold? I can't even remember. I got some and I ate it. I even got some kimchi noodles. I haven't had any since. It's also good for gut health too, right? Probiotic. Maybe I'll get some kimchi on my next grocery run. Ruby said, when I meditate lately, all I do is fall asleep. I can be sitting up, meditating, fall asleep. That's fine. Remember I shared with y'all, I used to do that too. literally. But when I would be asleep, what would happen is they would be healing me. They would be doing stuff because I done said thank you for removing the stuff that I'm consciously and unconsciously aware of. And then I would be knocked out. I mean, like literally every meditation, but they would always wake me up while they were in the midst of healing me so I could feel the vibrate, like literally I'd feel my whole body vibrating, but when I'm asleep, my mind can't fight against what's like, my mind wasn't gonna be like, oh wait, is this real, is this happening? I wouldn't think myself out of the healing. So just flow with it. Flow with it. We talked about that earlier, but you weren't on watching from the beginning, how flowing with stuff, and it was actually pertaining to meditation, just not the sleep part. But no, you are totally fine. Just keep doing it consistently, and your body requires rest. That is a fact. You, Ruby, we all require rest, but you have been very exhausted. So just flow with it. Keep doing it though. Keep doing. I know you're gonna keep doing it, but yeah, keep doing it. They're saying it's all good. Deidre says same. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. And also, as I said, that Deasia, for you, there, start doing walking meditation too. Keep doing the restful breath focus, right? Meditation as well, but start doing walking meditation where you're outside walking and you're deep breathing and your eyes are open, right? Start doing that awake meditation. Do that. There's something there for you. It's going to elevate you in a different way. And something pertaining with your lungs opening too is going to be helpful. Do that as well. It's an addition to, not a replacement. Um, 70 said, I'm still trying to. Well, when you do, let me know, please, because I'm curious. Oh, so for me, I had got, lettuce wraps. Costco has the chicken that you use to make lettuce wraps, and I had bought it to make lettuce wraps, and I didn't. I ended up freezing it, and so I'm gonna make that with some rice, and I still have some leftover broccoli. So that's what I'm gonna have. It's just something simple and quick, because last time I cooked, I made some smothered spare ribs. Oh my gosh, they were so good. So good. And some mashed potatoes. So good. Mm, mm, mm. They all loved it. I'm part of they too. Um, oh, and you just said I had a cold. Yeah. And it is great for gut health. Um, TK said, ooh, that kimchi is good for colds too. Mhm. Anisha said, for the last week, I've been falling asleep to the guided meditation you customized for me. That's so good. That's so good. And you guys, did you know I do customized guided meditations? I do. If you are ever interested in that. Speaking of which, my son and I, we have been saying we were going to record, like he does music, right? And so we had been saying we're going to record some guided meditations where he like produces them for me, because I like to do some that's not just like put you to sleep. I like to do some where, like, when you're in your car, it's not a put you to sleep, but it's still penetrating your unconscious mind. So he and I asked him if he was available tomorrow, which, no coincidence that he's not, because tomorrow is my off day, and here I was about to work on my off day. He said, what about Thursday? So I told him I'll check my schedule and see. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So if you have any topics, of guided meditations you'd like me to put on the channel, let me know. Deja, I know you emailed me one, so that'll be first on the list, but let me know, and then I will work that into the agenda. Let's see. Um, TK said, I started back your I am worthy meditation. I fell off the past 4 days because my sleep schedule has been off. I'm going to get back to it. I saw where you shared it with the Soul Family. And when you share stuff like that with the Soul Family, share it on Facebook too. You guys notice I've been asking y'all to share. Why y'all don't share? Why y'all don't be sharing these videos? I know Anitra used to be sharing away, but why y'all don't be sharing Empower Hour after you get on here and get this good old soul food? Why you don't share with other folks? What's up with that? I'm confused. Why y'all don't be sharing? Or if you see a video that you like, if you like it, share it. Por favor, gracias. Why was I feeling like doing speaking Spanish, but doing maybe the kimchi had me doing that. Let's see. Ruby said, I'm going to do some greens with mushrooms and some fruit, probably watermelon. Ooh, sounds good. Did you go to that place on the side of the road? Well, it's not on the side of the road. It's in that parking lot. Did you go there to get your watermelon? And you know what's so funny? I think I had a dream about this, Ruby. I think it was a dream, but it felt real. And I started asking my mom if I had the conversation with her. I think it was a dream. I'm gonna text you later. Um, Stephanie said, "Wait, are you figuring out what you gonna eat?" Cause see, you realize I'm still waiting. Cause now I'm curious. I'm curious. TK said that sounds really good, Ruby. Um, Stephanie said I may desire one of those. Oh, a custom. At first, I was like, "What?" And a custom guided meditation. Okay, okay. We could inbox about it. Anitra said, one more reading, please, for Stephanie. Oh, awesome sauce. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Stephanie, are you doing a general or would you like, do you have a question? Ruby said, no, they didn't have it. Oh, okay. When we first went, the first time we went, I think we got the last one. And then when I went back that time, I think there was two because it was another guy. He saw mine. He was like, that one I'm sure of. Now mine, I'm not too sure of. But I will say this time, the yellow watermelon and this red one I got, it was it didn't have seeds and it was from the grocery store. Um, the ones at that place, they actually have seeds. Dang, y'all, look how many cards I'm sitting on. These were under my thigh. Okay. So yeah, the ones there are sweeter though. They're a lot sweeter. Yeah. So Stephanie, are you doing a general or a question? And then you guys, after I do Stephanie's, I'll pull a couple of more. Um, I'll just take a deck and congratulations. Congratulations. That is so good. Are you excited? I mean, obviously, but I mean, that was a dumb question, but that's so good. I'm happy for you. Good, good. Um, let's see. Ruby said, I'm looking for a yellow watermelon. Never had it, nor knew they existed until I moved here. Yeah. Last summer, and I told my niece about this earlier because we were talking about what we were eating and what we ate already. But anyways, Three Rivers, they had yellow watermelon, and I saw it because my partner was like, he'd like to taste it too, and I was like, yeah, me too. So I saw one, but I had already got done shopping, and I was just like, well, they had it, but next time I go, I'll get it. And they didn't have it; they were out. So that's how I found this place because I called Three Rivers to see if they had it, and they told me about this place. So yeah, their peaches are good too. At first, I wasn't really a like fresh peach eater. Oh my goodness, I don't eat the fur, but and I know it's called skin, but I call it fur. I don't eat that on the peach, but oh my goodness, their peaches are so good, so good. My mouth is literally watering right now thinking about their peaches. So yeah, yeah. You're allergic to the fur. Now, did you guys know? Because I was not today years old, but I was like this age. Did y'all know that eating kiwi fur, it's a great diuretic, number one. I mean, I'm sure it don't taste too good. But did y'all know? Do y'all eat the kiwi fur? Do y'all eat that? Let me know. Ruby said I have to have a taste for peaches, not something I choose. Listen, when they was talking about the peaches and they gave us like 4 peaches for free, right? See, they like the dope, man. They gonna get you hooked, gonna give you some free peaches so you can keep coming back. And yep, sure enough. Mm-hmm. They done gave me them cracked peaches, and now I'm a customer. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You can literally eat the fur on the kiwis. It makes you go to the bathroom. So if you do it when you're gonna be at home. I haven't done it yet, but 636, look that up. There's a message there. I haven't done it yet, but I'm like, I'm gonna see what that's about. I'm a little bit like, cause kiwi fur just don't even seem like it would be good, but if it cleans out my system, I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay, so this is for Stephanie. Ruby said, "I'll pass." Well, I'm gonna taste it. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna see what happens. Okay, get it, Ganesh. Thank you. Are these two for Stephanie, or do I keep going? Okay, keep going. Why are the cards just like all of them just coming out of my hands? What is that? Is that a message? Stephanie, turn it over. Turn it over. Stop stressing and worrying. That's a thing of the past. Turn it over. All of it. Everything. Turn it over. Okay. And they said, and also don't micromanage. And when they said that one, at first, of course, I'm thinking they mean in wedding planning, but no, they said don't micromanage your partner. And then they said, well, your husband, don't micromanage. This one too? Both? Which one? Okay. Allow him to be him, even the quirky things. Because you can learn a lesson from his quirky, and he loves your quirky. It's different sometimes. We quirky together. And they're saying, how does time fly? But also, boy, does time fly. So enjoy every moment like it's your last. Stop being hyper focused on the future. Just let things unfold naturally in all areas of your life. The planning, like naturally you're a planner, and they would like you to stop being a planner. Just be in flow. Go with the flow. More flow. More flow is required in your life right now. The flow, we were just talking about kiwis, right? And they telling me the flow in your life feels constipated. And they said, clear that shit up. Okay, so let's see. Healing, healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy choices. I'm gonna tell you why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I'm like, okay, is Stephanie? Are you telling Stephanie literally to take a good poop to eat that kiwi? Is that why this even came up? And you have inner power, the divine father, which came in reverse, and it says, divine father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. So that turning it over, this was in reverse. That's why this came in, because you're being guided to turn it over. Stop micromanaging God. Literally, then they said, stop micromanaging God, damn it. Like, what are you doing? You being guided. You're being guided. Just do it. When did you start micromanaging God? When did you start micromanaging so much? At some point, life got out of control and you felt like you lost control. And then once you felt like you gained a sense of control back, you became controlling. And so that's not serving you. It's hindering you, right? And now sometimes you're in that controlling space and you're doing it in the name of love, but spirit saying stop in the name of love. And yes, I'm hearing R. Kelly step, but they saying stop in the name of love, right? Just be in flow. You don't have to worry about things spiraling out of control when you turn it over, right? So yeah, healthy choices, they're talking about your physical health, but also your spiritual and mental and emotional health too. When you're showing up in a certain way, like pause and ask yourself, how does it feel? And we talk about that. Hey, heart, why are we showing up like this? What's going on with us? What's happening right now? Right? Really get in touch with why you're showing up. So this card right here, divine feminine, magnetic receptive power, you're being guided to create balance, to be more in your divine feminine energy. This is, how people be like, this is your soft girl era. Well, this is your divine feminine goddess era, and this is the era that you're called to be in. It's time to get softer. It's time to be flowier. right? It's time to flow. It just flow. Now there is a balance required. They're not telling you to just be all in your divine feminine. Like there are times when your masculine energy comes forth, but in your home, it's okay to be soft. The softest you have ever been. There is so much power in that soft feminine flow. Oh my goodness. And it's so peaceful and happy being in that place. You know what I mean? Being an alpha female. I'm an alpha female, right? But it's so good to now be in a space where I can just and I could be all the little soft jiggly puff I choose to be, right? And that's what spirit is saying, like you're in that space, like just be soft. Just breathe. That I'm hearing Tony Braxton, breathe again, breathe again. I'm hearing that. Breathe. You could breathe now. Sensuality. So again, tapping into that divine feminine, right? Tapping into that divine feminine space and allowing yourself to flow in your sensuality. And again, I'm seeing that Aaliyah, how she flowed, right? How she just walked in that movie. I mean, I probably look weird. I probably look more like a crib keeper, but it felt like how Aaliyah did it, just that ease, that flow. But it says feminine wisdom, passion. So just really tap into that. Really tap into that. This is a space where it's like a rediscovery of self. It's a rediscovery and a new discovery because you don't have to do it alone. And this is not just talking about your husband. This is also talking about spirit. You do not have to do it alone. Sometimes we get in the habit of doing it alone. Sometimes we're in the midst of a lesson. I'm hearing God has never forsaken you. Sometimes it was just a lesson and it felt like, even though in your conscious mind, it's like, I don't think God forsaken me. No, but in here, there's parts of you that's like, where was God when? And right in here, that unconscious is like, wait, okay, you might not feel like God forsaken us, but hello, where was God when we was going through X, Y, and Z? Right? So now it's just time to trust again. It's time to just slow down, turn it over, and be in flow. I'm being told to look at the bottom of this deck. Sacred action, decisive focus, right? So you see that animal on her head. You see the animal? That's a representation of spirit, right? You don't even have to think for yourself, just be guided. And it's also a representation of your protection. You're protected. You're protected. Everything that you choose to experience in life, you can. So when spirit guides you on how, do it. You're protected. You're not making stuff up. You're not imagining stuff. It's time to get out of the cycle where things had to be hard and tough because you're not there no more. So don't create problems where there are none. Don't make mountains out of molehills, right? And it's not so much that like you're doing this, you're creating problems, right? Not like you're picking fights and things like that. But in your mind, sometimes you can create problems that don't have to be there. So spirit is like, girl, if you don't sit down, I got you, right? And I'm being guided to pull from this deck too. Okay, so which one is it? The ones that's in my hand or the ones that fell? The ones that fell. Okay, so this came in reverse. This is upright. We're going to flip it upright though. And it looks, spirit is on you heavy. And look at that, all that green, that heart chakra, right? You don't have to guard your heart. You don't got to guard your mind. You don't even got to guard your soul. Spirit got you, but it says honor your beauty, tapping into that divine feminine. Get real feminine on yourself, right? Just really be, when you think of soft, feminine, flow, goddess, what do you envision? Start being her every day. How does a divine feminine goddess dress? How does she enter a room? How does she speak? How does she deal with people? How does she treat herself? It says, Archangel Jophiel, thank you, Jophiel, for helping me discover my inner and outer beauty. Look at that. And hey, heart, what can I do today so that you feel beautiful inside and that beauty can come outside? What do you require today? Hey, heart, right? Just go there. Go there. And then you have live your joy. Live it. This is yours. This belongs to you. And it's beyond the nuptials, right? This is for you. That is just an example of the blessings that spirit hits. It's like, listen, we got you. You see, you got a whole husband. We got you. Turn it all over, right? Turn it all over. We got you. So it says, thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. And some days you can even say, thank you, angels, for guiding me into my joy. Thank you, angels, for guiding me deeper into my joy. And you can switch out joy with peace, right? Abundance, compassion, self love, whatever, right? So, anything else you'd like to say to Stephanie? They said we're not going to bring it up, but she already knows. We bring it up every time she's on Empower Hour. She already knows. The time is now. The clock is ticking. And when they said the clock is ticking, they're saying there is no rush, like, right? It's ticking because this is when your soul agreed to go into that next awakening. Your soul agreed to go there right now. And you've been getting nudged, and you've been getting guidance, and you've been getting, hey, this is what's going on. Where are you at? Because, obedience. The alarm's going off. Stop hitting snooze. It's time to wake up. Deeper, deeper. It's time for that deeper awakening. Your next step, your next level. It's time. It's time. It's been time from day one. First time connecting. It's time. It's ticking, right? It's ticking, 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 ticking. This is when you agreed. This is when you said yes, when your soul said, this is my time. So it's your time. Align it all. Align it all. And they said, Stephanie, align it all. What are you waiting for? What are you running from? What are you afraid of? Those are the 3 questions that they just asked. So ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. They just said the time is now. That's your message. Congratulations on your wedding. And thank you for allowing me to serve you. Thank you. Okay. Dang, heck of stuff just popped up on the like blocking the messages. Oh, but if I click it, yep, it made it disappear. Ruby said, perfect time to release it. Align, Moon and Lionsgate. Yes, thank you for bringing that up, because I was going to say something about that too. I shared something in the Soul Family, but when I shared it, it came in to mention it during Empower Hour. So you guys remember that time when I was telling you about like cinnamon, right? Cinnamon is a good herb. Is it even an herb? It's a good sprinkle to help speed up what you're manifesting, right? So what I recommend is get some cinnamon, some sugar, and some salt, right? Okay. The cinnamon's gonna bring in the speed, the salt's gonna protect, and the sugar gonna make your life sweet. So just go and wash your hands with that, right? And as you're washing your hands, just be out loud speaking. I am so grateful that I am releasing all the blocks that are preventing me from living a sweet, beautiful, abundant life, right? I am so grateful that that life is coming to me with the speed of light, within the speed of light. I am so happy and grateful that anything that is within me that is blocking me, it is revealed to me and it is healed and released from me, right? And then just allow yourself to just wash your hands, visualizing your life getting better, right? Visualizing everything getting easier and sweeter, and then rinse your hands in that water, right? Dry your hands, then get some cinnamon, some salt, and some sugar. Put it in your hand, go to your front door, stand outside, open the door, and just speak. For anyone who enters through these doors, may they be blessed with peace, joy, and positive abundance in all levels of their life, on all levels in all areas of their life. And then blow it into your door. Don't sweep it up. Leave it there for 7 days. And then if you decide to sweep it up or vacuum it up, that's left up to you. But do that. Every first Sunday is a great time. But right now, while we are in that new moon energy and we are in the Lionsgate energy, there's a portal open that is elevating and increasing our intentions and our power. So now is a great time. Now is a great time to start your journey. Now is a great time to release. Now is a great time to set intentions. Now is a great time to be scripting. Now is a great time to be happy, right? It's just a great time because this energy is amazing right now. It is amazing. And whatever power you put into what you normally would do, it's just boost, 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 right? Now, with that being said, now is also a time to go within and find out where those blocks are so they can be released, right? So that full power, you got access to that full power. Now is a great time. So yeah, thank you, Ruby. So yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna be doing it too. I'm gonna be up in there washing my hands and blowing it in my home. Yeah. Um. Yes, of course, of course. Um. Thank you so much. No, just your front door. Your front door is fine. Yeah, no, just the front door. Ruby ashes she well, Cancelly should. She asked, does it serve her highest good to do it at her bedroom door too? Because you guys, you know what? When we use lack language, it alters the answer. Like, you know what I mean? It alters the answer. My mom and I recently she realized that, and I told y'all way back when I first started this, and I was still working my way into being totally abundant language wise. And I had asked Spirit, should I? And then I asked the question, I got a particular answer, and then I just knew that really wasn't the answer. So then I said, does it serve my highest good? And I got a different answer. And I asked, did I get that first answer because I was speaking in lack, and I received yes. So it really does make a difference, not only from a frequency perspective, but also from what you receive, right? So, yes, ma'am. And y'all, Ruby is the Cancer Delete queen, because in the Soul Family, Spirit was like, don't. I always still hear it when people say it and recognize. And I used to be Cancel Delete, and Spirit was like, nope, stop canceling, deleting, turn it over to them, let them cancel delete each other, because that's how you got great at it. Because when you are cancel deleting and serving, it makes it easier because you're not thinking, you're just giving, right? And so it'll help the soul sisters get acclimated and get better in the abundant language. And so I will say Ruby is the consistent one in the soul family that will cancel to lead her sisters. So y'all get into it, because spirit, we've been having this conversation for like a year, I think, maybe more. So y'all do it, because I be itching to do it. I be like, It's like sometimes I am guided, it just depends. But for the most part, y'all notice I don't do that anymore, but it's because it was turned over to you guys. So but I'd be itching. I'd be like, oh, spirit. No, spirit's like, nope, nope. Ruby said, I saw the Lionsgate portal and New Moon portal intersect at my door. Ooh, that is powerful. Ruby, you be always seeing, like, spirit be delivering so many messages to you, like in the sky and in nature, Shamika used to be going out in nature all the time too. You still be doing that. So yes, Tasha, your son definitely can have a reading. Thank you. Would your son like a general, or and thank you, TK. Would your son like a general, or does he have a question? Excuse me. There's something that keeps popping up over here. I don't know what that is. It feels like like how the comments come up, but we seeing over here. Okay, general. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so that song that I heard, was that a part of his reading? Okay. So the first song that I heard was Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Right. I heard that come in. But then I heard Tell It to Your Heart. So part of what we all were receiving here today, you're being guided to do that too. Talk to your heart chakra and speak life into yourself. But also what was coming in is you have so much to give to the world, so much to give to the world. Sometimes your dreams and your goals, they feel outlandish to you. Stop. Stop allowing them to feel that way. And success, right? Stop measuring success based on what society says success is. Create your own version of what success is. Get out of your head and get into your heart. Get out of your head and get into your soul. It's truly time for you to start marching at the beat of your own drum. There's a lot of conflict internally with you. And the conflict is because your mind is saying one thing, your heart and your soul is saying something else. If you just allow them to meet somewhere in the middle, you'll start to feel more peace in your life. And also, peace is a priority, right? Don't sacrifice it for no one or nothing, but it starts with you creating that peace within yourself. It starts with you. Take time out to meditate. Take time out to be in nature. Take time out to be by yourself. I'm even hearing backgammon. So listen, backgammon is a game, a real old game. Me and my cousin used to play it because my grandparents had it came in a little case. You pop it open like a suitcase, and it's the game, right? I don't even remember how to play, but we used to play it back then. Now, that may or may not be the game that you are feeling like playing. I just heard backgammon, but what's coming? It's time for you to play more. It's time for you, even in your adult life, it's time to play more. Game nights, it's time to play more, right? And talk to your mom about what you're feeling, like what you're feeling in here. The conversations are very surface. The love is there, right? But it's like somewhere when you reach a certain age, you stop going to mommy for things, and it's common, but it doesn't have to be. Start opening up. You know, you are carrying a lot on your heart. Your heart is heavy, but it doesn't feel heavy when I'm connecting to your energy, right? And what that tells me is the things that are making your heart heavy are things that can be released and healed. And as I'm tapping in, my head is starting to, like, I'm starting to feel kind of lightheaded. So what that's telling me is that you just have a lot on your mind. Your mind is never still. You're always plan plotting and strategizing, but you don't bomb first because you're taking too much time to plan, plot, and strategize that you're just kind of sitting still and not really taking action. So what you're being guided to do is get out of your head and just follow your heart, follow your bliss, right? Make it happen because you deserve to be happy. Being an adult does not necessarily mean that happiness goes away, joy goes away, lightheartedness, playfulness goes away, right? But you've been attempting to fill someone else's shoes, someone else being, you have been attempting to adapt to society standards, and you're so not that. I'm hearing artists and art, whatever your art form is, get more into that. Start creating more things that haven't been created. You're an inventor. You got a whole lot of things, you too, swirling around up here. You're an inventor. And so your inventions may not be like things that people can use, but it may be a concept that people can use, right? It may be a message that you received and you don't even recognize it as a message. You may just have this knowing of something that's going to make a difference and it's going to improve. But there's a part of you that just sits in the shadows because you're afraid that people are going to think you crazy because you don't even trust it. You're like, I mean, I know I didn't know this, but nah, it can't be. Like, you doubt yourself. Stop doubting yourself. A lot of your strife is coming from the internal conflict. And the way that you get rid of that internal conflict is just to accept yourself. And now my heart chakra, I feel like a cramp right here in my heart chakra. It's like a cramp. And then that like it feels a little bit like anxiety too. Um just hard to breathe, like it's just stress. Stop stressing. Everything is going to be fine. Just take what you've just received today right here and start implementing that, and you'll get to your everything is fine, right? Because everything is fine. This is just a part of your process, right? So start with meditating every day, just inhaling. You could lay down and do it. You could sit and do it, whatever. You could be outside, inside. Just make sure your spine is straight. And every day, slowly inhale through your nose as slow and deep as possible, and then slowly exhale out of your mouth as slow as you can. Give yourself 20 to 30 minutes a day of just that. If your mind races, that's fine. Acknowledge it, push it over, and just breathe. Focus on your breathing, right? I am peace. I am calm. I am worthy. As you're breathing, repeat that. I am peace. I am calm. I am worthy, right? And start doing that every day, every day, every day. Start there. You will start to see a difference of things slowing down, calming down, that feeling of anxiety. Like it starts here, but then it's kind of stuck up in here. Speaking your truth, expressing yourself. When you get ideas, share them. And again, start talking to your mom more. And if there's a dynamic, sometimes with mothers, parents, and their children, there can be this dynamic where we're used to being your parent. You're used to being our child. So the way we communicate is the way we've always communicated. If there's a way that your mom communicates that makes you feel a way, speak your truth respectfully. This is how that makes me feel. And this is what I require in order for me to be able to receive the guidance that you're giving to me. Right. And as I'm receiving that for you, I'm gonna say that to my babies too. Let me know, because I haven't said that in a long time, especially my oldest when they were in high school still. I told them, I cover all bases because I just don't know how you receive it no more. So I'm gonna give it to you every way. Tell me how you receive it and I'll give it to you like that. So giving that to you lets me know it's time to have that conversation again. So thank you. But yeah, you're special. Acknowledge that. Be okay with being special. You've always been special. You've always been the odd man out. Well, hello, you found your tribe. You can come over here and be in an oddball in. But yeah, there's people out there that are like you, that vibe with you. You don't have to be a loner, and you don't have to bend yourself to fit in. And when I'm saying bend, Gumby is coming up. Look up Gumby. It's a cartoon, a character from the 80s. Gumby, that's like how your body, bending and just to fit in. You don't have to do that. And those aren't your only options. You could just find people that are like you. You're special. Embrace it. Stop being afraid of the bumps in the night. That's a part of your gift too. Yeah, breathe. All that in here. Just as I'm talking to you, I feel it getting more intense. So just breathe. Relax. You're okay. You're safe. Just relax. I'm feeling your heartbeat racing. Just relax. Give yourself permission to be you. That start there. Meditation and giving yourself permission to be you every day. I give you permission to be you. Who you are is perfect, whole, and complete. Okay? Anything else? Okay. You can stop it because I don't have to keep feeling it unless you got another message there. Really just stressing the stop overthinking. You're creating physical ailments because of it. Synchronicity. Thank you, angels. I trust your well-timed guidance and signs. So here we are, right? We were talking about you like knowing stuff, and right. And this is just confirmation that it's not made up in your head. It's not like you're being guided. You're getting signs, you're getting signals, right? And it's just really about you creating that balance in your life of being able to still be who you are as your human self, but embracing your divine self too. And the reason why it's happening even more now is because now is your time to start existing in that, to living in that, to learning more about that part of you, right? Because you do have a calling. And so this is a part of it, right? You've always had it, and you've been aware. But the awareness, it's elevated in the past few years, and even more so recently. And that's also part of that whole anxiety, right? Because it's like, damn it, I was already like, now this, it's a gift when you embrace it. And it doesn't have to be scary. Set boundaries, that one, you know. Grateful optimism, joyous view of the future. So start visualizing your life, right? Start visualizing your life, and look at this picture, and just pay attention to what you feel when you see this picture. What comes up for you feeling wise? Well, look at her heart. It's shining, that anxiety, that shine, with that shine, and still pay attention to what you feel, right? But that shine that's coming out of her heart is you being able to release that anxiety that I'm feeling, you being able to release that overthinking, right? And oh, there are ads that are coming in. It keeps saying ads will run shortly for some viewers. But yeah, it's like now my head, it feels like it hurts a little bit. Like it's not like a headache, but it's just like fatigue. So you are running yourself, like running it like a chicken with his head cut off, running yourself crazy. Like it's just right. And so then when you're not overthinking, over analyzing, hyper focused, right? It's like then you're just like too exhausted because you've done all this, right? And so that it's like, just stop, focus on your heart and focus on it opening and releasing. So when you're meditating, that's what I'd like you to do, okay? During your meditation, I like you to focus on your heart chakra and literally allow it to be open and allow whatever's blocking that's not serving you to be released. And during your meditation, open your crown chakra, make it clear only highest light and love is welcome here. Open your crown chakra and allow the divine to pour into you, pushing out whatever does not serve you, right? Pushing out. Now, it may not just come from crown to heart. It may come from crown, go all over your body and come up and out, or come down and out, but just be open to it just being released, okay? That is your message. They said, that is your message. Now go forth and be great. Yeah, that's your message. And stop beating yourself up. You're too hard on yourself. You're too hard on yourself. Grant yourself grace. You're very forgiving, but everybody you forgive does not deserve a spot in your life. If some people get forgiven and you still move right along, okay? So don't let people walk over you. And I don't see you as a pushover by any means. You're just kind and loving. I mean, you got another side to you that most people don't get to see, but when they do, they wish they hadn't, okay? Because you don't feel like a pushover at all, right? There is an aggressive side, but in general, your natural state is very forgiving and kind, and sometimes there's even conflict with that. So just follow your heart, just follow the guidance, just breathe and be open to receive and just do it. Let those people go that have run their course. You know who they are. Currently and in the past, you've always known. You just know. So follow it, trust it. Okay, that is your message. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Thank you. So let's see what you all are saying. Let me see. If um um Stephanie, I just already said yes, I'm gonna say it to mine tonight. Um how did your reading resonate? Let me know. And Tasha, how does your son resonate with his messages? Let me know. And while I'm waiting, it's 7:10. Now y'all know Spirit done told us before to be mindful of the time. And Spirit did not say that today. And so we done went way, way over. What we're gonna do right here is take it back. How far are we going back? Way back. Okay, thank you for that. See, these songs be messages because when I came back to look to see what you guys had said, the comments were way up there, right? And so I felt that the whole thing of it being there was a message of taking a step back to observe your past self so that you can have a better understanding. And Tasha, this was coming in for your son, to have a better understanding of who you are today, take a step back. Like it felt like there was a message there, but it just, sometimes I be here and I be there. And so that song came in and reminded me that that message was for your son as well. So yeah, taking a step back, and also taking a step back, like away from the situation, right? Where you're not always so in the mix. so that you can, from the outside looking in, it's easier to observe and conclude, right? And so in your case, sometimes being on the outside of your own situation, right? The outside of your own self, and this self is your 3D self. By being on the outside of that, it's you going in deeper into your divine self so that you can observe from that space of divinity and be guided. Okay. So that was a part of your message too. Now, this is he resonates with what was said. Awesome, awesome. um and I like to invite you to join us every first Sunday for Empower Hour. We go live every first Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So join us, you know and join on your own device so you could be a part of the conversation too. No pressure, but if you feel led, join us. This is for all of us. Speak your truth. This is our last card, y'all. Last card. It says, "Thank you, Gabriel, for helping me to speak with integrity." Speak your truth. You know what? You dishonor yourself every time you don't speak your truth. When you feel no, say no. When you feel yes, say yes. And when you just haven't processed it yet, it's okay to say that too. This is another thing. Some of you are so used to serving that sometimes when there's a person that requires help, you jump right in to help. And you don't even take the time out to ask Spirit, does it serve your highest good to help? Let me say that again. Because we are servants of the light, when people require assistance and help, we are so used to being in that space of serving because that is who we are, that we forget to ask, does it serve my highest good to help? And then if we get a yes, then we forget the next step. How does it serve my highest good to help? Everything spirit led. Don't forget that, because sometimes you can be taking yourself out of your flow of positive abundance in all areas of your life to go help that person get into theirs. And because you operated on emotion and not being guided, you done stepped out of your flow to your own personal peace and abundance to go help them out of theirs. And now you've not only hindered you, but you've hindered them, because them making a way, however way, was a part of Spirit's plan for them. Sometimes it is a yes, but it's also about finding out the how. How is it a yes? What way? Okay, it's yes. Now guide me on how. How am I guided to serve? How am I guided to assist? Or sometimes it's a no. And I know firsthand them no's can be real uncomfortable to deliver at first. And it might be uncomfortable for a long time, but as long as you committed to allow the guidance you receive to be stronger than your human hangups, you'll be all right. You'll get over it. I'm speaking firsthand experience. All right. I was tempted to pull another one, but I said last one. So that is our message. Oh, you said read up? Okay. I'm gonna read up. Ooh, and it was doing that when I was attempting to go up, it was doing that thing how I was describing. That's how the comments were, they weren't moving. Oh, how did I not see it? It was right under Ruby talking about the Lions Gate and the moon. You said, thank you. That was so good. Awesome sauce. It's my pleasure. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. So, yep, y'all. This has been our Empower Hour. I will see you next Sunday, the first Sunday. And if you're interested in taking, now that there's one, and Anitra, would you like me to send the PIF or the PP, the pay in full or payment plan? Which one would you like me to send you? I believe I have the I think there's like one main link that'll send everything, and then you could just decide. You don't have to tell me, but I'll just send the one that gives you all the retreats, and then so yeah, I'll just send that one retreat link. But yeah, we have the retreat in Bali, October 1st through the 7th, 2025. We have the day retreat in February 3rd, 2025, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And then also I'm now enrolling for the Activating You mentorship. If it is something that you are interested in, do not let money be the reason, because either you're going to have a custom program with me or you're going to work with my good sis, Sharon. Okay. And here's the thing. I have sessions with everyone that's on my team too. They serve me so that I can make sure that how they serving you is just as good as how I'm gonna serve you. So you're in good hands. You're in good hands with Allstate. Anyways, you're in great hands with whomever you work with on my team. Okay. Whether it's me or them. Okay. That is all. That is all. Love you guys. I'm not ready to go. But y'all got stuff to do. And it's getting late. Oh, it's 6. TK, guess what time it is? 7:16. 7:7. TK, are you still on? Because I saw you sent me a text. Was it the protection video? Is that what you sent? Let me see. Oh, thank you, Anitra. Thank you. TK said that resonates with me, letting spirit guide me in silence also. Yeah. I know, right? I was like, I saw that a text came in from you. I'm acting like you can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. Oh, it's Taylor Dane. Oh, wait. I'm not gonna play it because you know what they'll do. They be doing weird stuff. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna listen to that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so you guys remember when Alatha started. Where has Alatha been, y'all? Alatha be hit or miss. And where is Cheryl? And Shamika, I'm so glad that you came through today. Where y'all be at? Remember when we started creating a play? Leonia don't be getting on here. We got to get Leonia on here. Just now Spirit said Leonia and Serby too, even if it's the replay, because I know Serby's time difference is so different from ours. But yeah. Who all is on right now? Let me know. Drop a little something in the comments. Let me know who's here. But remember when Alata started the playlist from all the songs that come through during Empower Hour? That playlist was kind of bomb. Remember, y'all? We used to jam to it. She created the whole playlist, and it was kind of good. At least when they be coming through with messages and songs, they be good songs. So, oh, TK also saw 707. Awesome, Deasia. Y'all follow Deasia. I'm gonna say it one more again, and follow Ruby, and just follow each other, okay? Because at some point, even if you're not serving in this way, and Stephanie has a business too, so connect with Stephanie too. Y'all, we just support each other. That's it. That's it. That's all. 7 online right now. I know, and it's 9 thumbs up, which is 7 when you do the 7 and 9, and it's 718, which is 79. Let's look that up real quick while y'all put in the comments. We're gonna look up 79, 79. The way I be talking about numbers just be crazy. Even the time, I say it as angel numbers. I don't say it like it's 7 o'clock. Let's see. Now I'm the one who act like she can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. Wait, we ain't went to no crystal magic. What is that? Oh. Okay. 79. It says, what does it say? It says angel number 79 brings a message from the angels to continue listening to your intuition about your spiritual practice and or career path and your divine life purpose. You have been living and leading your spiritual life with optimism and enthusiasm, and the angels, archangels, and ascended masters wish to commend you on your work and commitment. Trust that you are fully living your soul purpose and mission. As we create our own realities, angel number 79 is a message that your thoughts, visions, and intuitive feelings about your life purpose are successfully guiding you in the right direction. You have been following divine guidance and putting your spiritual knowledge and wisdom into practice, and you are asked to continue shining your light for others to follow. Angel number 79 applauds your choices to live with honesty, truth, and integrity. Angel number 79 is a message of congratulations and commendation from the angels for the light work you are doing. The angels indicate that you are shedding old aspects of your life that no longer suit you, that no longer suit who you truly are, and you are now living a more authentic life and lifestyle. It suggests that some issues or phases are coming to an end or conclusion, making way for a fresh new beginning that will enhance your life and advance you along your spiritual path. Room is to be made to allow the new into your life. And that breaks down to angel number 7. And I'm not going to interpret that message. I'm going to just leave it right there and you interpret it And yeah, get into it. All right, y'all. I'm sending you so much love and gratitude. Thank you for being here. Those of you that stayed on, thank you. I appreciate you. Those of you that are sharing the video to your platform, thank you. Thank you so much. And invite people next week. We'll do that reading giveaway again. So whoever invites the most people, and there must be at least three, because last time Spirit we didn't do a minimum, at least three. So get at least three people on to be entered into the drawing to win the free 30-minute phone reading. Um, yeah, and I'll do the drawing at the end. So, because the whole point is for them to get the message. They don't have to stay through the reading, but I'll do it at the end of the message that's for the collective. They don't have to stay through the personal readings. But yeah, the whole point is that they actually get the message. So yeah, invite away, and then we'll do that. We'll do that. Now you may have to remind me. I'm setting the intention to remember, but you may have to remind me. Hey, I invited people. We doing a drawing? Yeah. So, okay. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful night. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, okay. Huh? Hmm. Hmm. Um, are we still on? We are. Y'all, I be acting like I don't be on here every month. I be forgetting stuff. I be like, okay, how do we shut this down? My brain is like, mush, mush. I know, right? Because I wasn't ready either, though. But I'm like, I know y'all got stuff to do, and I don't even think I'm gonna make that. I don't even think I'm gonna make that. Oh, you know what? Every time I heat up one of these meals, I think of Serbi. They are these Indian meals, and they're organic, but they are so good, so good. Oh my gosh! It comes with the jasmine, cumin jasmine rice. I got the coconut one, the butter chicken, the masala. I got one, I can't remember the name, and it had the yogurt. It was kind of dry. I didn't really care for that one. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna eat up one of those. So I don't feel like cooking nothing now. I'm a little bit pooped. So and I do every time I heat it up, I'll be thinking of Serbi. I'll be like, let me take a picture and show Serbi the box. But it's the perfect portion too. Okay, so I'm about to go for real now, y'all. Okay, love you. Talk to you later. Bye. Let's do this one more again.